Alright, YouTubes, it's your boy, the Sci-Fi Scribe, in the wreckage of what was my vehicle. Here, let's check it out. Look at this, guys. This is what remains of my whole vehicle. You know, I asked if there was any way I could drive this off the lot after it happened. But, you know, your boy came to get his coffee cup back. And just really check out some of the stuff. Golly, son. That's unfortunate, but your boy's okay. Healing. And, yeah, now I can have my coffee again. Love you guys. Y'all be safe on the road. See y'all. Hello, fellow travelers, and welcome to the Hard Light Network. It's good to hear from you guys. Good to see you guys. We are back after our short break. We had a little bit of work we had to do last week. I'm glad it was only we only missed one show. We didn't miss two. I initially thought we were going to miss two, but we're back at it this week. November 1st, only missed one show. So far, glad to see it. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Sorry for starting off a little bit heavy. My intention is to end on a white pill tonight. I don't want, even though tonight's show is going to be a little bit on the heavier side, a little bit on the more self-reflective side, I want to turn it into something positive. So, as you guys might have seen from that video, hello, Lord Master of the Chat. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Actually, as you can see from the video, last year, August of last year, I was in a pretty bad car accident. I was on the going down the interstate on my way to a party, and some person was driving erratically, weaving in and out of lanes, and they collided with me, hit me in the driver's side, crushed in the driver's side door. I was in the middle lane when I got hit, so I went over across the right-hand lane, tore through the guardrail, as you can see in the pictures from the video, and I tore through the guardrail, flipped over, rolled down the hill, and then came to a stop just a few feet away from the that concrete pole. So it was pretty intense, pretty crazy accident, and you know, the only thing that was going through my mind at the time when I got hit was, I'm dead. That was the only thing I could think of. And that's kind of the theme for tonight's show, Memento Mori. So, Memento Mori is an old Latin saying. It's an old Stoic saying. It means remember death. And it's important. It's an important theme that, especially this time of year during winter solstice, during the time where everything is dead and dying, the leaves have fallen off the trees, animals are going into hibernation, insects are in their breeding period and are dormant now. This is a time of darkness and death, and it reflects in our media. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that kind of stuff tonight, but we're actually going to get into some white pilled stuff as well. It's not going to be all doom and gloom. Tonight is not about feeling down and depressed, despite the heavy themes. So that being said, for tonight's gamer time, we're going to be playing a little bit of Sekiro. Sekiro is perfect for tonight's theme. Memento Mori, shadows die twice. My favorite thing about Sekiro is actually all of the little nods back to FromSoft's earlier title, Tenchu Z. So we're going to get into a little bit of Sekiro tonight while we talk about some of these more in-depth themes. Yeah, Mast, it's good to see you, bro. It's good to see you in the chat, man. I hope you're having a good night, bro. I hope you had a good Halloween. I'm not going to be doing like a crazy playthrough. I'm already pretty far on another playthrough of mine. I just am more interested in talking about, like I said, tonight's themes. And Sekiro felt like a good way to do that. So before I do that, I'm gonna cut down some of this audio so it's not distracting me so much. Alright. We want a little bit of sound, but not too much. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Hope you guys are having a good night. We're playing a little bit of Sekiro before we get into tonight's main event. We're going to be talking about some transhumanism. We're going to be talking about that viral video of that girl complaining about her 9 to 5 blew up about a week ago, a little bit over a week ago. And we're also going to be malding, seething. We're going to be doing a little bit of coping. We're going to be contemplating our mortality tonight. Like I said, some heavy themes, but we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it white-pilled. We're going to stay. We're going to stay hopeful, because we've also got some stuff for living for, guys. Stuff worth living for. We got lives worth living, and we're gonna suss that out tonight. We're gonna prove it. We're gonna put the sword to all the naysayers. All right. We're going to cut out all of the negativity, okay? Physically, spiritually, metaphorically, I'm serious. Tonight's a night where we work on being white-pilled. Did I dress up as Boogie2988 for Halloween? I'm actually going in the opposite direction, homie. I would have dressed up as Boogie2988 back in the day. Now, I was your boy. Here's a little bit of a weight dox on your boy. I used to be almost under right up under 300 pounds. I was like 280 something. I was like 286, I think, at my heaviest. Like maybe like pushing 290. I was very, very heavy. 6 foot, pushing 290 pounds. But I've actually, since the time of that video that you guys saw, the accident in 2022, since the time of that accident, I've lost 66 pounds. I'm down to 224 right now. So it's actually pretty incredible. Like I said, in your life can change in an instant, and it doesn't necessarily always have to be for the worse. I mean, that accident, as you guys can see from the pictures, you guys can see from the video, it could have turned out way worse. I could have been seriously injured, and I was injured pretty significantly. I mean, it knocked me out of commission for basically 2 months. I was nowhere near peak capacity, couldn't function without assistance. My wife had to help me get around, get in and out of bed. She had to dress me. I mean, and, as a grown man, an independent person, for several years at this point, that was really hard for me. I struggled with that quite a bit. And, being at the weight that I was at, being unhealthy on top of being injured was just a no-go. It got me to a point where I had to really think about, what kind of example I was setting for my kids, and what kind of life I wanted to live. Because, and it sucks that it takes something as serious as a near-death experience to do that for most people. But, I'm in a way, I'm extremely grateful for it, because it caused me to think about the stuff that was meaningful, the stuff that mattered actually in my life. And having extra snack foods and being a fatty is not worth all of that much when you really sit down and parse out what matters. So, we are on our no longer being a fatty grind set. We are enjoying our life. We are having a life worth living. And the way that we're doing that is we're taking care of ourselves, because it shouldn't just be something that you think about in the moment, like right before you die. I shouldn't have been I shouldn't have had to go through the accident in order to start taking care of myself. But things are what they are. They shake out the way that they shake out, and you just have to make the best with what you got, the hands that you're dealt. And like I said, you just got to turn that negative into something positive. And for me, that was a motivation to turn my life around, to lose a bunch of weight, a ton of weight, and to get on my grind set. I started my YouTube career around the same time. I got in earnest. In earnest. I had always been messing around on the internet. I'd always been, fiddling around, making videos, making memes and stuff. But I never took it too seriously up until the accident. That was a turning point. That was a turning point for me, especially. I love this game so much, guys. I don't know if any of you guys played Sekiro, or not Sekiro, but Tenchu Z specifically, back on the 360. But Tenchu Z was one of my favorite games of all time. And as far as like ninja games, it's definitely peak. You create your own ninja, right? So you can customize your guy. That's already like 1,000,000 points in my book. Whenever you can create and customize your own character in games, it's just so sick. But, who doesn't love ninjas, right? And creating your own ninja, you can customize your skills and abilities, right? So you can make your ninja stronger or have more health, or he could be faster. You could customize whether or not you had abilities like running on the wall or, concealing your person and stuff. It was sick, bro. Especially for a game back on the Xbox 360, it had so much depth. And there's little nods to Tenchu Z in this game, particularly like the reuse of sound effects, which is just such a practical thing too. On another note, a lot of people don't really consider the time and the energy that it takes into going into these games. Specifically, like the majority of the file size for your games, for most AAA games, is actually going to be sound. Sound files are actually going to take up the majority of space. Like, think about like in Call of Duty, the reason why it's like a gajillion gigabytes to download the freaking game is because you have to have a sound bite for every little jingle of the magazine on your character, every footstep on dirt or mud or stone or brick or whatever. It all sounds different in game, and when you're consuming the product, you don't really think about it in those terms. You don't really have that kind of you don't really you might think about it once and then you'll never think about it again. But this is something that each and every one of those individual sound effects takes up space. So for developers, it's a practical necessity for them to reuse sound effects and stuff whenever they get the opportunity. So if you pay close attention, you can hear that the sound effects that are in use in this game are actually the same exact sound effects from Tenchu Z, like the grappling specifically. This is really easy to point out, but the grappling sound effect... see, I got guys yelling and screaming, and I got other sounds. I love this game, honestly. It's a good test of skill. It's got the stealth elements too. I mean, you can obviously run around and do ninja stuff, but I'm definitely loving the improvements on the action as far as like from Tenchu, because that's the big comparison for me, honestly. I know I'm kind of going on a tangent about it, and especially for the audience that may have not played Tenchu, you guys don't know what I'm talking about at all. But I'm nerding out about it because everything from the red target reticle icon. Oh, damn, dude, I just got shot. Everything from like the red pop-up when you get close to assassinated enemy. I wish they still had like the timing though. That was such a cool thing. In Tenchu Z, when you snuck up on an enemy, there was the red kanji. The kanji would show up around your enemy, and it would start out as yellow, and it would go from orange to red, and then it would pulsate with like a heartbeat when it was at a critical hit moment. And it was just so fun because it was like you have this added element of you can't just like burn. You could tear through an area, right? But the more stealthy you are, the more precise you are with your gameplay, the higher your score was. And it was just such a fun game. The replayability was so high on it, and to this day, I still have it. I still have my Xbox 360 and a physical copy of Tenchu Z, because one of tonight's themes is technology and the passage of time. How we are losing so much data just from the passage of time. Digital data can decay just as much as physical data. So, books can be burned or water damaged, or, fade. Ink can fade over time. And in the same way, digital data can entropy as well, and it can corrupt, and you can lose track of the stuff that is supposed to be immortal, right? That's a common saying that, once you upload something to the internet, it's there forever. And that's largely true. But unfortunately, the reality is that, nothing lasts forever, truly. And even though, the digital medias are so much more, even though digital media is so much more efficient at preserving the data, it still isn't permanent. And you see that in terms of, like hyperlink drift, link rot, corruption of files, and, the significance of this cannot be understated. And that's kind of the point of why I started the Hardlight Network. It isn't just about creating a community of artists and content creators to share, back and forth with. This is about also preserving these things, keeping not just, the memes and the videos that inspired us and the stuff that we create as well, but stuff that everybody else has, moments in internet history, collecting that, keeping it safely for future generations to explore, even if it's something stupid like Skibbity Toilet. That's in its own way, it's a meaningful piece of internet history, and we need to do our best to preserve that. So that's the big point for the Hardlight Network. That's the big point for internet archiving in general. But I really hope you guys get something out of tonight's show, in terms of preserving your memories. Take more pictures, write more letters, because those are the way that you leave your mark on history. If you ever done any research for school or history projects or anything like that, that some of the best sources of knowledge from the ancient world is interpersonal letters. And a lot of that stuff is just clerical. A lot of that stuff isn't actually, hyper important. It's not all Shakespeare, and Sun Tzu. A lot of it is letters from regular everyday people about their regular everyday problems, and it sheds light on, the everyday interactions, and the culture of the time. So, as much as I can tell you guys, please, put pen to paper, put as much of yourself into the world as you can in terms of art and literature, in terms of media, because that is part of our legacy. We live in a digital age where, these means of preserving your identity for future generations are more accessible than ever. And it should definitely not go to waste. Oof. I'm murdered. I had to get away from that, guys. I was about to lose my streak. No. But seriously, heavy on the remembering people after they're gone, because that's a big part of tonight as well. Memento Mori, it isn't just remembering that one day, there will be a world without you in it, but it's also remembering, the people that have gone, and the importance of the impact that they made on our lives, and that they, even though they're gone, the impact they can still have on the future through the impact that they've had on others. And that's a superpower that everybody's got, guys. You know, being able to leave an impact, a lasting impact on someone's life. You know, you can pass on a pearl of wisdom to someone that they will carry on for generations, that they will keep with them in their heart. And then one day when they have kids, they'll tell their kids that same thing, because that was a meaningful piece, a meaningful tool that you gave them for dealing with life's issues, right? You pass on a word, you say something that, you know, matters, and then they carry it on and they give it to people that are important to them. They give it to their family and to their friends, and then ultimately, like I said, they give it to their children and their children's children. And in that way, you know, you outlive your actual lifespan. You know, you don't when, you know, your impact doesn't just die with you. It can go on. And I want to encourage that from as many people as possible. That's my ultimate goal with my project here online. You know, because no matter what, I'm doing the same thing. You know, I'm putting out my content because I've got kids, and I hope that they have kids one day, and I want them to see this. I want them to see the things that occupied my time, and the things that were meaningful to me, not just on a superficial level, but deep down. I want to have records of conversations that they couldn't possibly be around for. You know, right now, my children are young. 8:30 is their bedtime. They're asleep, so there's not an opportunity for them to sit up by the fire and listen to Dad's stories. But because of this medium, because of these streams, you know, they can look back in the future, if God forbid anything actually happens to me. You know, I have another accident that I'm not so lucky from. They can look back and they can have a record of me, of my ideals, my visions, my hopes and my dreams. Like I said, guys, heavy night, but we are still remaining white-pilled. We do want to have hope and joy. We want to maintain our sense of meaning and purpose, because we don't want to, when we look into the void, we want to smile. You know, you don't just want to, you don't want to fall into despair. You don't want to fall a victim to the trap. Speaking of things that are meaningful to us, stuff that we love and enjoy, I am super grateful and thankful for the YouTube. In all honesty, you know, being able to make videos, being able to do the streams, it's a real blessing. You know, living in the time where all this stuff is accessible, because I remember growing up, this technology was, you know, limited. You had to be in the know. There was only certain groups and cliques. Like, I joined Technology Club. That was something that we had when I was in school. Back in the day, they had AV Club. And after that kind of evolved over time into technology, just generalized. And that was my first kind of experience with making videos and stuff, was back in high school. We made videos for, like, the school news channel and stuff. You know, we learned the basic stuff, like the green screen edits and stuff like that. It was very cool. But what stuck with me more than anything out of the technology classes was, you know, the infrastructural stuff. I was part of the Future City program, and we had a thought experiment where the lowerclassmen and the upperclassmen in my school created an experiment of a futuristic city, the ideal futuristic city. And we thought about issues like infrastructure, energy, power, water, you know, transportation. And we put our minds to solving real practical issues, and that was something that always stuck with me. That was something that, you know, gave me a sense of meaning, and it gave me a sense of purpose. it gave me a sense of perspective, because a lot of people, when they thought, my initial thoughts with the project, you're looking at, and I'm thinking flying cars, I'm thinking holograms for advertisements, Back to the Future, Star Wars, sci-fi stuff, right? But when we got into the program and we started getting asked questions like, in the future city, how will blind people be taken care of? That was something that when you are in these fantasy worlds, when you're in these sci-fi environments, these fantasy environments, you don't really think about, because media and fantasy has a way of kind of washing out those elements. It has a tendency to simplify things. We know that life is complex and dirty a lot of times. It's not as clean cut. And it was questions like that, like I said, really gave me a sense of perspective with, how I'm going to interact with my world, the content that I'm going to create. Because even if I can't do something, on the scale of like building a city, I can contribute to the paradigm. I can contribute to the thought processes behind it. I can contribute to the sense of community that is necessary to create that kind of stuff. Excuse me. Sometimes on the Hardlight Network, we talk about politics and stuff like that. We talk about social issues and whatnot. I try not to make it too heavy onto that, because I don't want this channel to be an exclusively political channel. But I talk about it when it's relevant. And the reason why is because, I'm very forward thinking. I'm thinking about, what am I going to leave behind? What kind of legacy is going to be here after me? What lessons am I leaving my children? What kind of steps am I taking to take care of them? And prepare them for the future, and to prepare the future for them. So I want to connect with more people. I want to grow the network. I want to become a bigger part of this internet community, because I feel like that this place has so much potential for solving problems. I feel like this place has so much potential for creative thinking and problem solving, that if the right people get together with the right motivations and the right resources are cultivated, you can do incredible things. I mean, look at Mr. Beast. Look at the incredible philanthropic works that he's been able to do just because of his YouTube career. You cut out all of his other business acumen, and you look at the videos that people give him a lot of crap for, a lot of flack for, but really sit down and think about just how amazing that is, how incredible it is that a YouTuber has the types of resources to do the things that Mr. Beast can do and his team can do. The ability to sign your name on a paper and change thousands of lives can't be understated. And if we as a group, if we as a community, if we as the Hardlight Network can harness even just a fraction of that power and that influence, there's so much that's possible, especially if we direct it towards preserving the future, right? If we direct it towards creating, a paradigm that is more focused on keeping alive all of these things from our past, old video games, old movies, old comic books, old writings, poems, drawings, artwork. Old and new stuff that if whatever in some way, shape, or form it elicited some sort of meaningful emotional reaction, or it had a place in history, whether it was social or political history, I think that we have a lot of potential here, and I've got a lot of hopes tied up in this project. I know it's kind of broad. I know that the focus isn't exactly like laser pointed as many YouTube channels are, and maybe the growth will suffer a little bit from that. But I'm casting the net wide here, guys, because I want to do so much. I really do with this channel, with these projects, with these videos. This is literally just the beginning. You know, I want so much more for this channel, for you guys. And in order to get there, I gotta wreck these dudes. So. General guy down here is about to get whooped. Dang, my guy. Alright guys, we're doing it, right? We're whooping this guy. He got me. But not for long. Call an ambulance. But not for me. You almost got me, guys. I can't let it go down like this. I'm not gonna do it on stream now. Come on. Come on, General Tenzin. You're gonna do this to me in front of my boys already. Not in front of my boys, General Tenzin. Not in front of my boys, General Tenzin. You can't do it in front of my boys, General. Ooh. Come on. Let's throw down. Let's throw down. I gotta get one in. I've been standing around all stream. I've been running my mouth. I gotta get some gameplay in. Oof. Oh, guys, is it? Is this it for your boy? Can we stunt on my guy? Oof. My guys. All right, fellas, we are so close. There he is. Done for. Alright, fellas. Alright, I had to show him. I had to show you guys. I had to show him. I had to show freaking FromSoft. I had to show them all. I'm just saying. Your boy talks a lot. He shows you a lot of footage from the first 30 minutes of games. But it's not because I'm bad. It's not because I'm not a gamer. I just showed you. It's because I am very bad at structuring a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie. For as much work as I do, I would get a lot more done if I was a little more efficient. I'm not gonna lie, fellas. If I took a little more time, was a little more patient. Oh, hell yeah. We're going into scary zone. That's perfect. This is perfect for the show. Appreciate you guys for stopping by again. Remember, tonight during the main event, we're going to be talking about some pretty crazy stuff. We got some ruminating, some malding and seething, and a little bit of coping as the internet slowly dies, all right? We're also going to be talking about transhumanism and escaping the death pill. And we're also going to be talking about a little bit of crushing modernity, fellas, you know? We all know what it's like to live in the modern world. We all know how much it sucks. And little lady went viral just last week for that very same reason. Real life sucks. But I can tell you right now, it doesn't suck as much as giant snake reality. Hell no. This reminds me of those videos that float around on Twitter. You seen the video of the giant snake in the tunnel? Hell no. Not about it. Not about it. I'm a big fan of not big snakes, alright? Oh my goodness gracious. I hate it. I hate it. Look at this thing. It's just uncomfortable. Ooh. Gotta get away. We doing it, fellas. We getting away. Oh, man. Alright, fellas, we done it. Surprise, motherfucker. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Pokey pokey, baby. I do not mess with the giant snake, fellas. We're not friends. It's on site with the giant snake, fellas. I'm just saying. He's dead. Nah, we don't mess with snakes. We don't mess with giant snakes. We like regular snakes. We don't mess with giant snakes. Regular snakes are good. They keep down the rodent population, right? But giant snakes are bad because they eat your kids. And your dog. Alright, fellas. We're getting close to the main event. I'm going to sneak into the castle a little. I'm going to do a little sneaking into the castle. But we're not going to go much further because we have the main event getting ready to get started for you guys tonight. Right at 9 o'clock, we're going to be ruminating, malding, and seething as we talk about the slow death of the internet. We're also going to be covering transhumanism and escaping the death pill. We're also going to be talking about modernity and its crushing effect on our psyche, the 9 to 5 grind set, and how it's ruining millennials' lives. All that and more tonight on tonight's show. So I appreciate you guys stopping by, for real. It's our first night back. I hope everybody had a good Halloween. Good times. Very busy, very productive last couple weeks. It's been hard, not gonna lie. But we're getting ready. We're doing a little bit of a grasshopper and ant situation. We are getting ready for the winter here. I had to finish up doing some heavy work to get ready for the season, but now that winter's here, guys, I'm going to be doing tons and tons and tons of YouTube content. There's going to be even more than before because we got to get ready for next season. Once next summer comes back around, I'm not going to have as much time to make videos and stuff, so I want to get as much done while I got the chance. All right, guys, we're not going to jump down there because that's a boss I'm not ready for. Master the chat says, look out your window. You're not going to get me, homie. I have watchdogs. We'll do a little sneaking. We'll do a little fighting. I can't jump down there or the big boss man is going to impede my progress. I can't go that way. Can't go that way. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to bide my time until it's time to start the show here in just a few minutes. But what I'm going to do is going to go back and get the firecrackers. Maybe I can go ahead and give this boss fight a try. All right. Hello, guys. Thanks for stopping by. We are about to start the main event here in just a couple minutes as soon as I murk these guys. Big guy here is about to have a bad time. He's not even paying any attention. Sorry, bro. Sucks to suck, homie, but I needed the life force. I needed the regenerative abilities, my dude. We got a big show for you guys tonight. I know we're dragging our feet here a little bit getting started, but it's not 9 o'clock yet. Not ready. We're just doing a little bit of gamer time. But we're talking about transhumanism, guys. Always a good one. We're talking about the elite. We're talking about blood science, right? And the fountain of youth, eternal life, and all that good jazz, right? The we like to do a little bit of defying nature, a little bit of offending God. Okay, we do that with our technology. We do that with our science, and we do that so we can live longer. I mean, it's basic stuff, and we're going to talk about Brian Johnson taking blood from his 17-year-old son. We got a lot to get into tonight, guys. It's a huge show. And I really appreciate you guys stopping by, for real. It's a big one. Man, I'm kind of just milling about, really. Let me teleport back. I will go get these firecrackers. And we'll give the boss one run before we get into the show, all right? I killed one boss for you guys, one little mini boss. We'll go back and we'll try to get this big guy before we start. I'll give it the good college try for you guys. We just need the firecrackers before we run this boss because it's not going to be doable without them. I think I can make this jump. Yep, there we go. Base purchase. I'm 10 gold, 10 coins away. Kind of garbage here. Take a fistful of ash, homie. Yeah, baby. Alright, my fellas. We gotta run to our homie to attach him right quick. Once our homie hooks it up, we will be on this boss fight. I'm telling you guys, it's over. It's over for the horseman. Got ourselves a prosthetic. Boom. All right. All right, fellas. All right, that's our revive. Dang, we should have gone back and used that gourd seed. It's okay. You think we could do it? I think we could do it with two. I think we could do it with two gourds, homies. We got pellets. We got gourds. I think we could do it. Let's run this fight. Ah, freaking A. At least it's not flames of hatred. Come on, bro. Doing all that talking. Oof. Ooh. All right, fellas. Whoop his ass. You think we got him? You think we can do it? Hell yeah. Oh, damn, he got me on that one. Oh, shoot. Oh, no! Come on. Ah! Damn. It's over. It's over for us, fellas. That's alright. We got one more shot. We got one more shot until it's time. Until it's time to call it. We could do one more. I can murk him in 2 minutes, fellas. I want to put on a good show for you guys tonight. I'm not going down that easy. We got to murk Gilbu in the chat. Run it. Okay. Oh, no! Based Mast in the chat said he started Bloodborne. Very excellent. Similar grind set to the Sekiro group. We just gotta murk this dude. That's all we got. This is all we have. Ooh, we got him. We got him, fellas. Yeah. Yeah, baby. All right, run it. Come on. We got one. We got it. We got it. Oh, no. Damn. Damn. He's making us work for it. Come on, homies. We can run it. We can run it. Oh. Yes, baby. Yes. All right, that's how you start a stream. We're in it. We're here, fellas. We started the stream with the Shinobi execution. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I'm out of here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Successful stream. Nah, guys, we're just getting started tonight at the main event. That's sick. I'm so glad we got to go out on a W. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love it. All right, well, we're going to end the game here. This is gamer time. We're done with some Sekiro. Glad you guys got to see me ended on a W there. Didn't even have all of the abilities that I would like to have either. You know, like there's the spinning attack off of the grapple. That would have been excellent to have. Excellent Punisher for that boss. Didn't have that skill unlocked. Didn't have any of the health regeneration upgrades or anything like that. So missed out on a gourd seed. I didn't have as many gourd seeds as I could. So that was a good fight. That was hella fun, hella tense. But we're going to get into the main event, guys. I'm sure Todd's waiting on me, so I'm going to go ahead and get the hell out of here, and we will go ahead and get everything pulled up for you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. It's going to be a great show tonight. We got a big one for you guys. We are going to be joined by our fellow traveler, Todd. We're going to move him over here. Hello, hello. What's up, bro?
Yo, got me?
Yeah, bro.
I sound all right?
Yeah, bro. You don't sound too different. There's a little bit of the shh on there, but there's not much.
Yeah, little muzzle there, little pack to the gums. Yeah, man, what's going on?
Bro, just chilling, man. I don't know if you saw in the stream. I started off with the W, got murked that freaking boss on Sekiro.
No, what game?
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Don't know it, dude. Never heard of her.
It's made by the same company that made Dark Souls. Are you familiar with them?
No.
Dude.
Nope. No, bro, my gaming is limited. Yeah, dude, that's it. Fortnite, that's it.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, we're going to get into it tonight, bro. We got lots of stuff.
Good. Let's go. I'm ready.
All right, so we got the intro for you guys. Hello. Thank you guys for tuning into this broadcast. I hope everybody had a sufficiently spooky Halloween. And if you're just now joining us, hello, fellow traveler, and welcome to the Hard Light Network. Tonight's show is going to be less story-driven than our usual fare, and we're in for a bit of a retrospective tonight as we cover the nightmare of the dead internet theory. Then, mankind's search for everlasting life continues as the elite resort to science and vampirism to stay young. And finally, we'll close tonight's show with one girl's viral existential crisis. But first, you don't want to miss out on everything we've got prepared for you guys this season, so be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, guys, so you don't miss out on anything else. With that being said, guys, we're going to get into the show tonight. We got quite a bit to cover. We're going to talk about the dead internet theory, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for Todd here. But we're talking about link rot in this first segment. So How To Geek says, what is link rot and how does it threaten the web? If you've been browsing the web and hit a 404 error page or an unexpected redirection, you've seen link rot in action. Over time, the links that hold the web together threatening our shared Over time, the links that hold the web together break, threatening our shared cultural history. Here's a look at why that happens. Link rot is when links in websites break over time, creating a broken or dead link. By broken link, we mean a link that no longer points to its intended target from the point when the link was first made. When you click one of these broken links, you get a 404 error or you see the wrong page or website. Link rot is common. A 2021 Harvard study examined the hyperlinks in over 550,000 New York Times articles from 1996 to 2019 and found that 25% of links to specific pages were inaccessible, with the rate of decay growing dramatically depending on how old the links were. For example, about 6% of 2018 links were dead versus 72% of 1998 links. Another study found that out of a set of 360 links gathered in 1995, only 1.6% still worked in 2016. Why does link rot happen? The web is a fluid, decentralized medium with no centralized control, so content can become unavailable at any time without warning. Servers come and go, websites shut down, services migrate to new hosts, software gets updates, publications shift to new content management platforms and don't migrate content, domains expire, and more. There's also another problem on the web called content drift, where the link remains functional, but the content contained in the link has changed since the original link, which can cause trouble because the original offered the link intended to point to different information. It's the nature of the world that things decay and disappear. To keep information alive is an active process that takes time, energy, and effort. So the main problem with link rot is not necessarily that we need to store all information forever, but that electronic information and references have potentially become more fragile and vulnerable than paper ones primarily used in the past. So, talking about this issue, this is kind of like the crux of the whole thing. And I've alluded to this in a lot of different Hardlight Network content. I've talked about, the dangers of losing your stuff. I've talked about in my Welcome to the Hardlight Network videos that I do. There's always this theme of preservation of like a time capsule, and have you ever experienced this, Todd? Because I've had this happen before, where I download tons and tons of information off the internet, MP3s, MP4s, all sorts of stuff, and sometimes I'll download stuff like I'll rip the link, and I'll download the file from just one of these sites, right? And then I'll go to check the download file, and the thing that I've downloaded is entirely different. Like, say I'll download a video, and the video that I get in my download is actually completely different from the video that I was intending to download.
Definitely, that's happened a lot.
And I've actually seen some information that tons of court cases are actually in trouble with this, because if you go back and you look at a lot of the public records, a lot of them have hyperlinks in them. And when you click on these links, they're also subject to this link rot and hyperlink drift. So, that's kind of a scary situation to be in when you consider, like, what we just talked about, how just through the passage of time, because of, like, just the normal mechanics of how the internet works, right? Servers that are independently owned and operated, system updates, software changes and stuff like that can lead to ones and zeros getting changed, bro. Can lead to information being redirected. And what happens when it's not? What happens when it's not like, a New York Times article talking about some celebrity drama, and it's a hyperlink that's inside of a court case document. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and my understanding of the dead internet is not only is it what you're talking about the more technical area. We're talking about the government manipulating the internet using advanced AI.
Yes.
If you look at that meme that I sent you, literally, I will go back and I'll look at interactions on Discord, and I'll look at interactions in other places. Sorry, gauze is coming out. And I'll look at interactions, and I'll be like, yeah, there's no way this was a real person I was talking to. Like, there's no way this conversation went down like this.
Yep.
So that's my understanding of it. But yeah, Justin and I shared a YouTube, and we would upload videos. And let me tell you, bro, the videos would be out of order when we went to upload stuff on mine and his account. Like our camera roll. Let's say, you had we had an 11-part series called The Final Red Pill. So I would go to upload it, and I know that it was the last thing I saved in my camera roll, but it would literally, when I went to upload it to YouTube, it would be 500 spaces down in the camera roll. Now, how does that happen? How does stuff get moved in my camera roll from my last saved? And that's where I go into this advanced AI, and that they're manipulating stuff as we save it. It's almost like a Mandela effect, which we talked about last week, but only they're changing maybe the ones and the zeros and the addresses and again, I don't know anything about computers. That's your department, but I've noticed that things are not right in the internet. Yeah. And I think that I don't have somewhere between 90 and 95% of it is all fake. There are people in these little places in China that have like 10,000 kiosks, and everybody is just streaming their stream farms. And that's what I think a lot of 90 Like I said, I'll even go as high as 98. And then the other 2% are like people like what we're doing tonight, people posting pet videos, which is something I'm getting ready to get into. Funny enough, I had the AI write my description for the Bulldog
Yeah.
page, and you cannot tell it was done by AI. I actually Justin did it, so he did it for me because I wasn't paying the $7.99
Bro,
for a chat bot.
it's getting rough at this point. Like
It's getting to where, and I have some videos. Literally, I have like a Godzilla video that they made using a or Pokemon. It's a Pokemon video. I can send it to you. It's only a minute. It'll probably transfer
yeah.
over. And they made this with AI, and it's like masterfully done, dude.
Dang,
So
bro.
we're going to come to a point where we're not even going to know what's real, and then that's when they're going to roll out the digital ID for our protection, obviously. Because we
Yeah,
won't
because you
be able
gotta
to
be able to
disseminate.
verify.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We don't want Putin interfering with our elections anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we can't have Russian
Well, then
disinformation.
it's
So,
all tacked in there. The geotagging is all in there. The contact
oh
tracing.
yeah, what's this going on with the ad blocking? I hate to because I got to be out at 11, so I don't want to derail too much. But what's this going on with ad blocking? I've seen that's like the new meme. People are like, I guess YouTube's going to try to
Yeah.
stop you from using ad blocks.
Yeah, YouTube's like working on their thing. It's this is like the age old struggle with like between YouTube, the content creators and the content consumer, right? Like obviously like as a creator, we're kind of in the middle of this where it's like ultimately it will benefit us like because you know, with less workarounds for advertisements on videos and stuff, there's more money. We make more money. That's just how it is. The more people watching the ads on our stuff, the more money that YouTube makes, the more money the creator makes. So it's a win-win situation for the creators and for the platform. But for the consumers, and I say this as someone that's both, right? Like I'm here, I want to make money, I want to monetize, I want to get to where I'm a partner, right? But I also consume YouTube quite often. Like this is like my daily platform. I'm on it every single day. The majority of the day, I'm always watching some kind of video, whether it's informative or entertainment or something like that. And nothing pisses me off more, bro, than an ad popping up in the middle of my stuff. So I know that it's obnoxious and I know that it sucks, but it's like, you know, it's a situation where it's like, you know, it's just always this back and forth with like the YouTube is trying to maintain its hold on the monetization, and ads are a big part of how they do that. And not only that, YouTube is kind of passing the buck to the consumer a little bit because there was a little bit of Google as a whole just got in trouble for its advertising policies. Like I don't know if you've heard any of that, but
No.
so like Google's in a little bit of hot water right now because big companies have been paying for advertising like this. You can see on the screen right now. You see this banner down at the bottom. This like stupid introducing Discover Cashback. All right, so this is a banner that pops up at the bottom of the screen, and then like over here on the right, there's other like recommended stuff. There's these little pop-up ads in the center of the screen, in the center of the article, and companies pay for this kind of stuff. And when they pay, like, there's specific packages that they can order. And, like, depending on the package is, like, the more expensive, the more exposure you're supposed to have, right? Well, Google has been doing, like, fake little mess where it's, like, companies will buy, like, the most expensive ad package, and then they'll give them this, like, crappy little, like, skippable closing window or whatever in the corner. And it's, like, it's just, like, some crappy little ad that, like, no one's going to see or notice or care. It's just going to annoy people and get in their way. And it's just not what these companies have paid for. So Google's kind of like pissed off the advertisers themselves because they're just not providing the service that they said that they were. And then, so now they're like, part of that is like tightening up on like, now they're going to force us to watch more ads basically. Because because they've dropped the ball because they were getting the easy bag and like screwing these advertisers. So now they're now they're gonna make
Twitch
everybody
is the
watch
worst.
more ads, bro.
I literally, if I tune into Twitch, I get sent to 4 commercials, man.
It
It's
sucks.
nuts. Crazy.
And they
Crazy.
freaking they think they're slick. They think they're slick on these freaking ads on YouTube, bro. Because I'm watching videos and like I've noticed that if you wait for the ad to finish, like it says 2. It says like 0 out of 2 or 1 out of 2 or whatever out of 2 ads, right? But if you don't actually click skip on the thing, it'll just keep rolling ads out, bro. It won't stop. They'll just keep playing damn ads.
Yes, and they're like 2 to 3 minutes. Some of them are like,
Yeah.
yeah, let me fix your credit. Yeah, because I'll be cooking and I can't hit it. Sometimes, I have my hands like in the middle of a meatloaf, mixing it. So you got eggs, you got all this stuff on your
You're
hands.
driving something where you just can't
Right,
use
where
your
you can't
hands.
hit. Right. So, you know what I mean? And then next thing you know, I'm like, we're at, you're right. Yeah,
It says
absolutely.
2. It'll say 2 out of 2, and then it'll just keep playing new ads. It'll say 2 out of 2 ads. It's freaking.
Yeah.
They think they're slick, but nah, bro. I know. I see, bastards.
Yeah.
But it's just the name of the game, bro. Like there's ad block software, there's VPNs and stuff that have built-in ad block and stuff. So there's always going to be options for the consumer. And I
Right.
encourage everybody, to do whatever makes their experience the most enjoyable. Obviously, like I don't make money right now off of ads, so if you ever see any ads on my stuff, skip them, block them, whatever. But it, like I said, if you want to help a creator, honestly, it's not a whole lot. It's not like the craziest amount of money ever, but watching an ad or two is like is a solid way to help them. Liking to sharing and subscribing is also huge. I know it's a cliche and it gets to the point where it's kind of annoying for the consumer, but it's just, bro, I can't understate how helpful it is genuinely. Like watching ads, liking and subscribing, sharing videos and stuff. It's a huge help. But to kind of bring it back around to the main thing, there is a channel called All Time on YouTube that did the whole complete dead internet theory. They did a big compilation video. It's about 2 hours long. We're obviously not going to watch the whole thing here tonight, but I wanted to watch a little bit of it and cover some of the subjects because this stuff is profound, guys, and we're in a situation
I
where
think this is the same video I watched on it. It was about 2 hours. It's got a few different parts to it. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, I think 3.
Yeah, hit play. I think, yeah, go ahead. I think it is.
Nice.
Hey, I'm going to have to go anyway for like 5 minutes. So
Yeah, no,
all
you're
right?
good. I'm gonna go ahead
Go
and
ahead, play it. I'll be listening.
Today I want to talk about something called the dead internet theory. A disturbing and unsettling yet entirely plausible theory that gives me that awful sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach. The kind of feeling you get when you know someone is lying to your face. The kind of feeling you get when you connect two formerly unconnected points in your mind, and their newfound connection gives you chills because you didn't want to believe it, but the truth is too obvious to ignore now. This theory adds a deep-seated gut feeling to what many of you have experienced for years and years but have been unable to put into words. The feeling that something is deeply wrong online, but you can't put your finger on what or why. Many people seem to have pieces and fragments, but no one seems to have figured everything out. Once I explain all of this, I'm sure a lot of you are going to be feeling these exact thoughts. So I'm sorry if I break any worldviews with this video, it honestly isn't my intention. I, like so many others, just want the truth. So let's get right into the dead internet theory. Most of the internet is fake. This theory is a collection of a lot of ideas from many people, but credit must be given to Illuminati Pirate for bringing together so much of this information into a single thread. I'm going to discuss a lot of what he says, as well as pull a ton of information from a variety of sources and comments from all over the web. The simple explanation for the dead internet theory is that the vast majority of the internet is actually generated by artificial intelligence, in conjunction with paid media influencers in order to manufacture consumers for an increasingly wider range of newly normalized products, as well as to dramatically sway public opinion and control the collective attitude or outlook of people or culture. For all of the
And, as a quick break here, I mean, we all know that that's literally true. We all know that that's the whole point of influencers. I mean, that's why they're called influencers, that's why.
Yeah, and Edward Bernays, I mean, we started this, and obviously he wasn't on the internet, but, like, that's why diamonds cost so much. Like, that's how they do it.
Yeah, I mean, everything, it's all
Hold
a matter. Oh, go ahead.
My Bluetooth picked up. Hold on, man. I'm in the
Very
car.
good, bro.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. I should have that off. Go ahead, keep going.
No,
Sorry.
you're good, bro. The so we all know that this is true. We take advertisers independently as content creators. You will get sponsorships and stuff like that. There's laws now around protecting the consumer. You have to inform people that they're being advertised to and stuff like that. But back in the day, it was a lot more slick. Before they had those protections and stuff like that. They did what was just product placement, and they still do it in like movies and TV shows and stuff like that now. But just having just showing a person that you like, seeing a person that you like using a product with a visible name brand and a logo and stuff like that, it does something psychologically to you to where it's like you're more inclined to purchase the product or interact with the service. And that's something that's always freaked me out, really. That's given me kind of like existential crisis vibes because, I don't like the idea that like I could be manipulated with something as simple as like a color or a certain like sound frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that like hearing
absolutely. Hayden Fry, the coach of Iowa, had the visiting locker room painted pink because it's a docile color. And so when the kids went in at halftime, they saw a pink color. You understand? It made them docile. Yeah, no, everything we're watching is being manipulated. Everything. Hey, go ahead, run it. I'm going to be like 5 minutes. I got to go do
No, you're good, bro.
All right, go.
The younger people out there who didn't experience the internet as it used to be, the internet of today is vastly different. Before the advent of the internet-connected cell phone, or the mass adoption of the home computer, before social media even existed, the internet was a place where people came to express passion, hobbies, feelings, and thoughts. It wasn't filtered, or selectively shown to you based on what an algorithm thinks you want to hear. It also wasn't an echo chamber to reinforce your pre-existing beliefs, whatever they may be. It wasn't created to keep you locked into a website or an app for hours and hours every single day. The internet was a collection of human thought, both right and wrong, and what you found and enjoyed was up to you. It wasn't monetized. The point of it wasn't to get as many clicks as possible or to keep you engaged for as long as possible. It just was. The internet was whatever you made it. One doesn't realize that they're living in the Wild West until that wild is taken away from them. Just as such, most of us didn't realize that the freedom of expression of the old internet that we all enjoyed would someday disappear. But here we are. Only now, in its awful absence, do we realize how bad things have gotten. Like I said earlier, a lot of people have had this sinking feeling in their gut for a while, but they didn't understand or realize why. The fact is, there is a massive and incomplete puzzle here. Some of us have a piece or two, but none of us have all the pieces, and anyone that claims otherwise, I wouldn't trust them. This incomplete puzzle connects us all, so it's in our best interest to try to find as many pieces as possible.
Most people have no clue.
Goodness gracious. I wish I had one of those blockers we were talking about. Sorry, guys. I hate it for everyone in the chat. I'm not purchasing Red. I don't have money. But yeah, I mean, what he's talking about in the chat on the video is actually incredibly pertinent. I grew up during that time as well. I was incredibly young. Unsupervised internet access from a very young age was something that I grew up with. And, the part of that was like exactly like what he's describing. There was a time when the internet felt more customizable. The internet felt more responsive to the individual viewer or the individual web surfer. Batman. One of the best examples is kind of the oldest example too. Is like MySpace. You used to be able to customize your profile with HTML, so you could literally code your own individual web page, and that's just like that's a level of interactivity that it was. MySpace had the superficial level where your grandma could get on there and upload her cat videos or tell her grandkids happy birthday and stuff like that. But if you were savvy, if you're computer savvy, you can get in there and you could change the background of your profile. You could put in a profile song. You could have like your own music on there. And it was very cool, and it was still monetizable. That's the coolest thing, is that, I get what he's saying with the point is that, the purpose of the internet back then wasn't to become famous, to become an influencer, right? But even back then, it was still possible. Like, you remember people like Jeffree Star. He was a MySpace celebrity before he was a YouTube influencer, before he was a makeup guy. He was like a MySpace, pop punk hairband type dude. And he's correct about the level of expressiveness and freedom that we had back then is so much different than we have now. Everything's a lot more watered down. It's a lot more socially controlled. And he's right. It's all for the purpose of keeping up engagement. And, that's kind of like the other like morbid and scary part of this is that, in order to get you to interact with a site, the way that the either it's the AI God machine, or it's the the elitist shadow government CEO mercenary shadow government people, one of these two groups has decided or discovered that the best way to keep us engaged and active online is to get people worked up, upset, angry, depressed, and otherwise like negatively involved. And that's why, it should cause us a little bit of concern. So this whole theory of the dead internet theory is not just about like the loss of data, but it's about the lack of genuine life to the internet, the lack of, the human element that basically every interaction that you've seen on the internet, even this one, is being filtered through some kind of algorithm, and it's being throttled or it's being pushed depending on a predetermined criteria, and you have no say over that criteria at all.
These days, the internet feels so empty and devoid of people. Have you ever noticed that? Truly hear me out here. The internet feels devoid of content. It's safe, sterile, bland. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do, see, or read. There are no experiences anymore.
Hey,
It's a
I'm back,
collection of
bro.
10 or
My
so
bad. I had
websites
to
or
do
apps
something
that
with the
everyone
fam.
visits
No, you're
over
good,
and
bro.
over again until they go to sleep, only to do it again the next day. It's a series of empty husks. The internet seems gigantic, but it's more like a hot air balloon,
I
because
was
there's nothing
listening,
inside.
bro. I was listening.
The same repeated threads and pictures and similar replies reposted over and over again across the years, to the point that it's unremarkable anymore. All of your friends enjoying the same funny video as you, the same talking point shared repeatedly over and over online, or how every day something new is trending, so you better jump in and give your take on it. Every day, it's something, so the conversation can never linger too long. There's always the next new or shocking or unusual thing everyone is talking about. I'm sure everyone watching this has heard of a news story that sounds like the one that they've heard 1,000 times before, but this time it's new and shocking and unusual. It boggles the brain. For example, how many times have we heard something about a new type of moon only happening tonight or tomorrow?
Now, he's going to go on this moon example, but I wanted to break in there and talk about like that controlled reaction stuff a little bit more, because that kind of stuff right there is just the biggest evidence for me of that whole like Roko's basilisk theory that we talked about before.
Absolutely, bro. But I think it's Agent Smith syndrome, bro. So Agent Smith syndrome is when you say something, bro, and then people will automatically attack you. For example, take whatever's going on in the world today and then pick a side of that conflict and then see what happens. You will get attacked from either side. So it's like problem, reaction, solution. You know what I mean?
And it's also like, what's weird about it is like, it's also like damned if you do, damned if you don't, because there's this like programmed knee-jerk devil's advocacy. Like people
Agent Smith?
Yeah,
like we have to
like you
look at
said.
the Agent Smith syndrome, bro. They
Yeah.
literally will come at you like agents in the Matrix, bro. Just go ahead.
And the
go ahead, pick a side.
Yeah,
Try it
like
tonight.
the
Anybody, I
craziest
dare
thing
you.
is that it doesn't matter which side. Like you could try the experiment, like do both, like make both arguments, and
But
like
doesn't that
see
prove-
see that they will come at you regardless of what you say.
and that kind of proves that there is this advanced AI, bro. I'm telling you, I'm gonna send you the copy of that bulldog video, bro. You'll never be able to tell it wasn't written by a human. You'll never know. You'll never know that I didn't write it. I'm telling you because I don't want to take credit for something I didn't do.
No, you're
you
good.
know, I'm using the cheat code on that. Wally hooked me up, bro. Oh my god.
That's all good.
He made it. No, he made a beautiful bulldog thing. So once it's mine, I'll share it with you, bro.
Nice.
I haven't picked him yet. He's like traveling, so he's like he can't get me his Cash App or whatever. He's got to check it. So as soon as I pay for it and it's mine, I will share it with you.
Nice.
But he killed it, dude. Killed it. Anyway, point being, I think it proves our point that there is advanced AI that's manipulating us. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I will see it. I will see it happen live. Actually, on stream. You know how the YouTube Studio, for those of you that don't know, as a content creator, you can use the YouTube Studio to like mess with your videos, and when you're on stream, it'll show you live feedback of your metrics. So there's viewers, there's likes, there's view time, the chat rate, all that stuff. All that data is fed back to you in real time when you're streaming.
Hey, what can you do with YouTube Studio? You have to help me out with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do. Like you can do basic like clip cuts and stuff. You can upload and download all your stuff. You can add time cards, timestamps. You can do captions. There's all sorts of stuff you can do. There's even like a sound effects suite and like a audio library for music and stuff like that too.
Well, I would like 5 minutes to 10 minutes of your time in the next couple of weeks so you can go over it with me.
Yeah.
Because that's what I want to utilize, the shorts too, bro. I got to get the short. The shorts is where you're going to get most of the traction, you know?
Bro, and the shorts, like especially like if you're doing with the dog video, that's such a perfect thing because you can do that like right from your phone, and it takes 2 seconds. It's so easy.
Bro, cheat code.
It really is. It really is. But the problem with that, though, is that the shorts, it gets you subscribers and it gets you views. But I've noticed that the subscribers from the shorts don't interact as much as subscribers from, like, your long-form content. But if you're doing just the channel with just the dog, so it doesn't matter, actually, I think.
Plus, I'm going to use the advanced AI to manipulate the
yeah.
Come on, I'm going to utilize
bro,
it.
I'm telling you, that's what I was saying, like America Golden Age 2.0, because it's like that's what it will transition to, is like America will just be like this content creator nation. It'll be dystopian AF, bro, but we're going to be like the did you read the Hunger Games?
No.
You never read the Hunger Games?
No, dude, I'm old, bro. So we got Julius Caesar, Kill a Mockingbird, Raisin in the Sun.
Well, see, they had the
Willie Loman. What was the Willie Loman one? Right, that was a Raisin in the Sun, I think.
Bro, in the Hunger Games, the elite class was like living in the Crystal Mansion. They had like the food parties and the opulence and all that stuff, but all they did literally was just sit around and be rich, and that's what America's gonna do. I'm telling you, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
Well,
it's gonna suck.
We just lost like 1.7 millionaires. They're no longer millionaires. So yeah, I could see the ultra rich and then the rest of us.
Yep. Yeah.
I can see that, bro. I can.
That's what it's gonna be. I'm telling you. It'll be like they live in Cloud City on top of all of the rest of us.
Nah, bro, Elysium, bro. Elysium.
Yes, exactly that. Yes. It's going to be crazy. We got to make sure we're on Elysium. That's what the Hard Light Network is, bro. It's the life raft for the homies. It's the life raft.
I'm going to be there.
It's the life raft.
Make sure that they need some kind of commodity, whatever I can do. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
They're going to need it. So.
The Hard Light Network, bro.
Memes. I'm going to be the memes. I'm going to be the meme architect.
He is.
Yeah, memeology. Hey, we need an expert, and I'll come in like on you know what I mean? I'll be like, oh, that's Peppy. No, that's a sparkling Peppy. I'm like, no, rare turbinium Peppy. I'm like, no, that one is really worth a lot. There was only 8 of those made. I have 2 of them, by the way. By the way, I own 2 of those. Yeah, dude. So.
Bro, it's
Anyway.
coming, bro. Because the link rot, the dead internet, it's dying, bro. So it's like the meme archaeology is gonna be a genuine. It'll be like the NFTs. It'll be like a fire. it'll be a lucrative profession, bro.
Bro, I would be hard pressed. I think nobody has my collection, bro. I have, yeah. It's sick, dude. Sick.
Bro, but the internet archiving thing, the internet archaeology is going to be real. Like that's to kind of bring it back into the theory, you know, that will be it's already a job. I mean, we see the internet archive is like the biggest known example. And those people are doing great work because what they do is they go back to these back rooms, they clean up all these files, they clean up these dead links, and they make sure they readjust. They make sure that the updates don't cause.
Well, it keeps you around a paywall too. Let's be real. The archive does.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's another.
And that
because dude, I don't have it. Like we'll get into that later. I know that's the last part about the 9 to 5. But yeah, no, I am very frugal with my means. You know what I mean? And I try. I think it's just a learned experience. But yeah, man. You can definitely. They're doing really good work. They really are. I mean, and like I said, it gets you right around the paywall. You know, I mean, I know I might be unscrupulous, you know. I mean, Substacks are free too, though, now, which is good. You know, you can just give them your email and you can support them if you can.
Yeah.
If you can afford the $5 a month or whatever, then you do it.
Yep.
You know, me, I need to buy gold and silver, man. I need to stock up. So after the Bulldog page takes off, then that's a different story.
Nah, see, my philosophy with that is kind of like what you were saying. I'm just like I can make myself useful. Like I have a sweat equity. I've got intrinsic value. Like I've got skills and knowledge that is not my generation has a hard time replicating.
No, you got to be willing to work.
Yeah,
this is the one thing I learned. They can never take. They can take everything from you. Your family. They can take everything.
Mm-hmm.
Can't take your faith, but I mean, I don't want to be too pedantic. But they can never take a man's will to work. So I want to be known. I want to be known as being a tough son of a bitch and working hard.
Yep. And
a good dad and all that. A good man. That's how I want to be known. But the tough part, because even you remember I said you're like, you don't gotta come tonight. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't miss shows. You know what I mean? I might be even. I would have streamed last week. Well, no, I had it done Thursday. So the point was, but no, I just don't miss shows, bro. I think the only time I missed streaming was at Death in the Family, my grandfather. And then, obviously I had to go take care of him, you know what I mean? So, but even then, I didn't miss much time. So, but yeah, I don't want to, nowadays, and we'll get into that later, but yeah, no sympathy from me, man. None. This new generation, 0. But
yeah, and that's why, I'm kind of, I'm thinking that, it's going to be a big money sink, bro. Like, it's crazy to me that, the younger generation isn't having more kids and more families and stuff. I get all the arguments and stuff. I understand why, but what's crazy to me about it specifically is like all that money, all those resources have to go somewhere. And like when you guys get like, and I'm speaking to like Zoomers at this point, like the young people, like people like 18 and younger, really. If you don't like put roots down, and I mean like be invested in the community, not just like get married and stuff and have kids, but like if you're not invested in the community and like I said earlier, creating art, creating literature, even if it's just like writing letters back and forth to like your friends and your family, if you're not making a mark on the world, it's like the future belongs to those that show up. So if you're not leaving your mark in some way, in some meaningful way, in some real way, like you're just gone. Once you die, it's over. That's just it. Like your ideas cease to matter. Your goals and your dreams and your hopes are all just poof, evaporate into nothing.
But there's nothing that's even getting passed on to this new generation. We went. I don't celebrate Halloween. That's just a personal thing. I did for the kid when she was young. You got to do it when you have the young ones. But now at 14, 15, you're older. We don't do that no more. We don't celebrate it. So we went out to dinner last night, bro. $20 a person at BurgerFi. Okay, that's just for the shake, the burger fries, right? So how are like people can't afford it, bro? Again, I'm 48 years old. I'm in a very decent situation. You know what I mean? I'm heading downhill right now, but I don't know how somebody 24 is going to make it. And I know you will because you're a hard worker. But like these other people, yeah, they're done, and there's nothing to even pass down. What are they handing down?
Well, you know what?
DoorDash and like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
what are you handing
and
down?
we can shift it around a little bit because honestly, let's get into that because what we'll do is we'll move the transhumanism section down to the bottom, and we'll move up. We'll talk about crushing modernity right now, honestly, because
Yeah, beautiful.
yeah, what we're talking about right now, like what is being left behind to these people. You're right. You're exactly right. Like and I don't want to go like too boomer and go hard on the younger generation because it's really not about that. It's not about like shitting on them or anything. It's just about having a little bit of perspective. You know, if you're not engaging in culture, if you're not engaging in practical skills, like you said, it's like even if all of your interactions with people are going to be superficial and tainted by your own lack of ability. So like if all that you have to offer someone is like money, because that's effectively what Zoomers like have to offer when it comes to
Or clout, or if it's like streaming, they got the internet clout.
and that but that
that's
ties
not
back
real.
into the money thing. That ties
That's
back
not
to
real. Yeah, and that's also not real. That has nothing to do with real life. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
But
They get zero sympathy from me, and I'll explain why. Go ahead. I don't mean to chop you off.
No,
Go
you're
ahead, finish
good.
your thought, and then I'll tell you why they get zero sympathy from me.
Well, first and foremost, we gotta say hello to Manny in the chat. Thanks for coming by, bro. We appreciate you.
Manny,
What's
Manny
up,
to the
homie?
max.
It's good to
Manny's the
see you.
homie, bro. He is a solid dude.
He is, bro.
And again, he's part of that younger generation that is screwed. I mean, I'm just
Well, that's
being
perfect.
real,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, this is perfect. So he came in at the right time because this is exactly for him and
Yeah,
his.
he can even pop in too if you were going to do that. But yeah, Manny's cool.
Yeah, Manny. Manny, if you got the time, bro, jump into the Hardlight Network into the queue, and you can join the call real quick.
But he might not be able to. I'm just saying. I know sometimes you like to. But yeah,
I'm trying to see if he
these
is.
people get no sympathy from me because you know what I used to do after my 9 to 5? I would go to my boy's gas station from 6 to 9, and I would work 3 hours. And then every weekend, I would work from 1 to 9, so 8 hours there, and then all day Sunday. So I would get about 16 to 20 hours on a weekend, right? For cash money off the books. Hey, sorry, government. Statute of limitations up. You should have got me. But I hope it is a statute of limitations up. I'm talking a lot of shit. But yeah, bro. And I squirreled that money away. And that's what this generation don't want to do, bro. They don't want to get the second job, bro. I would have went to McDonald's, bro, and flipped burgers to always provide for my family, bro. And I don't think a lot of people are willing to do that right now.
And that's kind of the other part of it is that like let's check this out because this was so wild to me. We'll like I said, we'll go over here. We'll go to this. This is such a crazy. This literally is a crazy clip. It's from Crazy Clips, but this is. I saw this, bro, and I mean, there's only one thing to really say about it. I'll get to it after, but can you see, bro? Or you got it pulled up?
Yeah, I got pulled up.
Nice. All right, bro. I mean, all I can really say is freaking update your car insurance. That's just make sure you got good coverage.
You know, I wouldn't cut it that close, but I have been a notorious fast driver.
I know I'm a fast driver, but that was wild.
I'm talking 160, 170, getting cars up. No, because like we would have access to like people, you know, working at a garage, and I'm telling you, bro. Even my mentor, who I have to give a lot of shout out. The dude who owned the gas station, he taught me. He taught me about the principle of OPM, other people's money. He taught me about brick and mortar and commercial properties and stuff like that. But again, and metals,
Yeah.
silver, bro. He got me into silver at like $13, bro. Okay, go look at what silver is right now.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll tell you that's when I got in. I've been buying it ever since from 13. So you know what I mean? Like I am so great. So he had a Porsche Cayenne Turbo, bro, and like he would go. Like he went to like California to watch whales with his girl one time, and I like watched his dog. My grandma died that time, man. I had the whole, bro. I had like this $1 million mansion, bro, and it had a hot tub. I had girls coming over. Bro, my grandma died on the first night after he left his car, he left everything, bro. But and I was like babysitting his dog, so like I had to bring the dog to like bury my you know what I mean, to like the funeral home because I'm like watching someone else's dog, you know what I mean. So I got to be responsible for it. But anyway, yeah, I've had a Porsche Cayenne Turbo up to like 160, 170, bro. Yeah, but never in that crowded traffic. I never wanted to kill anybody else, so it would be on the turnpike.
Yeah,
you know
see,
what I
that's
mean?
the other
Where
part
there
of
was,
it.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. But either way, you would come up at that speed. If you hit somebody, you're killing everybody. You're
Everyone's
dead.
dead. You're dead.
Everybody's
They're
dead.
dead.
Right.
Everyone in the general
Everybody,
vicinity.
yeah,
Yeah.
they pop. It's bad. Dude, I seen a motorcycle guy get ran. He hits the back of a pickup, and then the semi hits him. That's
Yeah.
a new one. Did you see that this week?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
That one's rough,
Yeah,
bro.
it's sick, dude. Rough. So driving a bike, you never catch me on a bike, bro.
Never.
Matter of fact, I laid down my boy's rice rocket, bro. The first time, literally, we were at my job. He's like, "Yo, hop on my bike and move it." And I never rode a bike, dude. Lay that bitch right now. Yeah, nah, bro, nah. But a 4-wheeler, I ride the shit out of a 4-wheeler. You know what I mean? No 3-wheeler, but you give me a 4x4 4-wheeler, bro. I'll catwalk that thing, boy. I'll have that thing. You know what I mean? I'll stand up, hit that thing. No banshees, though, bro. You ain't getting me on no banshee. You know what I mean? Nah, bro. You look like you're at the banshee, man. Keep up the good work, homie. Keep up the good work.
Bro.
Good, man. It's good, man. That's good. Yeah. Anyway,
Man.
don't get where Justin is, bro. Don't be looking like crackhead.
Nah, bro. I'm getting healthy. I'm getting good. But
No,
bro,
exactly.
I wanted to get it back on here because check this out. I need Manny says he needs permission to get in a queue. Here, bro.
Oh yeah, he's in queue probably. Move him up.
Nah, he says he needs permission. Let's see. Maybe he can get in now. I'm gonna tell him try now. We're gonna get Manny in here. We're gonna have our first caller.
Yo, let's go.
All right. Well, while we're seeing if that works, yeah, bro. All I can really say about that is just like, please God, just make sure you got good insurance, because at this point, it's like you said, it's like you can't account for someone like this. Like, and this is like dozens of people that he's putting at risk. But Manny's in queue, so we're gonna bring him in. We're gonna bring him in live here, bro. So, all right, everybody, the very first caller for Hardlight Network. We got our guy. Oh, he popped out. He's gone. Oh, no.
Wah, 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 wah.
I know. We'll get him.
Whammy.
We'll get him.
He'll get in. Yeah. He's a good dude, man. He been with us for a minute, man. Solid cat. He got my cell phone number. You know what I mean? We on that level, so he's a good dude. But yeah, bro. I cannot, like I said, bro. I can't lie. I am, but not now, bro. I have not got a speeding ticket since 06, bro. Yeah.
I am.
So my insurance is good. Yeah, you just got. Yeah. I know you just got clipped.
I
bro,
know.
I'm gonna tell you,
just
bro.
like last week, or 2 weeks ago. I hate it.
All right. So is it because you're not leaving? And again, you got little ones. I understand. Like, dude, I used to go through it, and I'm a dude, so trying to comb a girl's hair, bro. Let me tell you, dude, trying to get her to daycare, bro. Let me tell you, bro. We would, you know what I mean. So I would be leaving with just enough time to get there. So is it because you're not allowing enough time, or are you just lead
No,
footing?
bro.
You're just
I
lead
do
footing it.
I do deliveries, bro. So it's like
You
customers will
got to get
have
them done.
same time delivery, and they're like 45 minutes apart, So. But we got our boy Manny in the chat.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, Manny? You're live on the
Yo,
Hard Light Network.
Thanks for bringing me on, Scribe. I appreciate it. What's going on, Todd?
hey man, chilling, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good, man. Good.
We're talking about your generation, bro. We're talking about the young ones. We're talking about the black pill and unsafe drivers. Right now, actually, we just got finished watching a video of this dude flying down the road, putting everybody at risk. And we're going to watch the video. I don't know if you can see, I'm sharing my screen. I got this video of this chick crying about the 9 to 5. I wanted to show everybody.
Okay. So I didn't watch the video about her doing the 9 to 5 shit. I saw like a thumbnail for it. I didn't watch it though.
Bro, check out the video. We'll go ahead and watch it. I'm sharing my stream. Go ahead and watch real fast. I'll play it as soon as you're ready.
Okay, I'm good.
I know I'm probably just being so dramatic and annoying, but this is my first job, like my first 9 to 5 job after college, and I'm in person, and I'm commuting in the city, and it takes me fucking forever to get there. There's no way I'm gonna be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, fucking duh! If I was able to walk to work, and it'd be fine, but I'm not. So it literally takes me, like, I leave here, like, I get on the train at 7:30, and I don't get home till, like, 6:15 earliest, and then, like, I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have time or energy to cook my dinner either. Like, I don't have energy to work out. Like, that's out the window. Like, I'm so upset. Oh my God. Nothing to do with my job at all, but just like the 9 to 5 schedule in general is crazy. Being in the office 9 to 5, like if it was remote, you get off at 5 and you're home and everything's fine. But like, I'm not home. It takes me long to get home, and like people that drive to the office, like you don't get off at 5, and I know it could be worse. I know I could be working longer, but like I literally get off, it's pitch black. Like I don't have energy. How do you have friends? Like how do you have time to like meet like a guy? I don't know. Like how do you have time for like dating? Like I don't have time for anything, and I'm like so stressed out, and I'm also getting my period, so that's why I'm all emotional. But like, am I so dramatic? It's fine.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Okay, there's a lot there to break down.
Oh,
There's a lot there to break down.
absolutely.
I mean, in my opinion, so I'm not gonna lie. And this is just my personal thing. Like, I fucking hate sitting in traffic, so I understand that. At the same time, like, she can get a remote job. Like, if it's that stressful, like, she could definitely just get a fucking remote job and she don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but traffic is part of it, bro. Like I'm gonna tell you, bro. So I used to struggle with being late because I'm in Palm Beach and my job is probably about 16 miles away. So of course I wouldn't leave on time. I would leave 15 minutes before I was supposed to be there for 16 miles away and then having to get on a turnpike. Okay?
Oh yeah, you
So
definitely making that.
obviously, right, okay. So it was really on me. That's part of life, dude, is the commute. Now, I work from home now. I ain't never going back, bro. It is so cool because you can. Because if I want to put a roast on at 12 o'clock, bro, guess what? The roast is getting put on.
You can do
bro.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So you know what, bro?
you know-
it's not just the food part. And again, real quick, when I was going from one job to the next job, yeah, you have to order McDonald's, pizza. Like, there's no cooking when you're leaving one job to the next. So I will concede that to her. But all the rest of that bullshit, like, but if you ain't going to the second job, man, you got time to cook. You just can't eat till 8 o'clock. She looked like a thin girl. You know what I mean?
There we
She ain't
go.
got to worry about putting weight on. You know what I mean? Make
See-
yourself a salad. Put a little chicken breast in the oven, man. Take 30 minutes. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. She
Bro.
crying. She soft. Nah, man.
So
This country's doomed.
check it
Anyway,
out.
Go ahead, Manny.
Check it out. So this is the the caption for the person that shared this was, OMG, poor baby has her first job. Like, she has to commute. Like, she has to cook dinner. Like, no time or energy to work out. Like, she's working in person, not remote. Like, she has to work 9 to 5. What? And then that has been like a ton of people's response, is just like the duh idiot, you know, the condescending attitude, the like this welcome to real life kind of thing. That's been like the major side of it. And then the other side of it has really just been like, yeah, 9 to 5 does suck. Stop giving her such a hard time. Everybody knows it sucks. So those are the two major factions going back and forth over this chick. And this at this point, this is like a week old, so people have moved on. But I wanted to talk about this because it's relevant to the greater point for tonight. And like Manny said, there's a lot to break down here, and specifically in this video. And I just want to say this because, you know, of course, I got to do the whole centrist thing. It does suck. I empathize with her on the having to go to work. The drive to work is not compensated for. The drive home is not compensated for. You know, there's not enough time in the day to have a full-time job and do all of the things that you want to do in life. All that stuff's true, by and large. And, you know, everything that you guys are saying is also true. You know, you're an adult now. Welcome to real life. You know, this is how things get done. But, you know, now I get to reverse track and make everybody upset by saying that, you know, this is a beautiful young woman that there's no reason why she can't have a husband. There's no reason why she can't be at home all the time and doing the things that she wants to do, working out and cooking dinner and having friends and stuff. She could do that. But she has decided to participate in society. She has decided to go get a job. She has decided to pay taxes and to work. So she has to do the sucky part too, which is driving. And I'm gonna also talk about this whole thing with the 9 to 5. I came home because this video dropped. This went viral. 33.3 million views. Right. This went viral last week. This was in the middle of my 2 hell weeks. Right. So I had just got home from a 17-hour workday. I got up at like 6 a.m. and I did not get home until 11. And you know,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I was like, that was regular for those 2 hell weeks because it's like peak business. It's the same. It's like there's hella deliveries to make. So, you know, they can't not be done. You know, somebody's got to do it. And there's only so many hours in a day. So here's your boy with, I've got a wife, I've got 2 kids, you know, I've got places that I would rather be, things that I would rather be doing, but I have to make the sacrifice for my sleep and for my health a lot of times to get out there and get it done. But I make those sacrifices so my wife can stay at home. She's a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't have to work. She does the things. She cooks, she cleans, she works out, she has friends, you know, so, you know, she's taken care of.
I'm about to start clapping.
Right, you know?
Hey, for real, though, that's the thing, bro. Like, we should get back to that.
That was the agreement.
That would solve so much. But
look at this girl. She's complaining about her 9 to 5, but she's got $60 nails on.
Scribe, I got to tell you, though. I'm in Palm Beach, dog. Ain't it, bro? And so to piggyback off these videos, and I'll let Manny go next. I keep stepping over him, but like the cost of living, bro, you got to figure people are paying $2,500 for rent, bro. That's just rent for a 2-2. You know what I mean? So we have to get back to like land ownership, mortgages. Like when you're 18 years old, you got to start buying property. Like my grandfather made me at 23. I didn't even want to do this shit, bro. I didn't want to buy no house, bro. At 23 years old, I was against it. It was the best decision ever. Now, in hindsight,
yeah.
But I didn't want to do that at 23, bro. I'm like, dude, a 30-year. I'm like 30. Like you don't even think you're gonna live that long. You don't even think at that age. You know what I mean?
Especially doing what we're doing, getting into what we're getting into.
Right. Right. So anyway, but Manny, go ahead and break it down, man. I keep stepping over you, dog, and you were nice enough to join us.
You
Go
good?
ahead, man. And then, like I said, yeah, bro, I am all for that. We got to get back to keeping the women where they need to be in the kitchen, bro.
Nah, I just wanted to say, like I'm gonna just hit two things. Like one with the whole like because she dropped it like real quick on the sly. With the whole like, oh, how am I supposed to meet a guy? Like she, first of all, she seems like a good looking person. She's a good looking woman. Like that's not gonna be hard. Like just go out in public and you're done. You're good. Some guy will eventually approach you. If you like him, cool. If not, cool. But the other thing that you were talking about, Todd, and I know this is where we disagree. But the reason why I say you gotta let everybody pick which path they want to walk is because whenever you shut off a path to anyone, there's gonna be people who are gonna want to fight back. In my opinion, I think it's just human nature. So like, if there was a time where we were like, oh well, women can't get jobs, they're gonna fight back, and then it's gonna
Then
lead
they'll be
to
shunned,
other
bro.
issues.
They'll just be shunned, just like the Amish do. We'll just shun them, bro. That's it. They're shunned. Nope, doesn't even happen. Anyway,
Nah, I don't think that I'm
I'm
telling you
bro.
that wouldn't work.
Well, guys,
Rule of thumb. Look up what the rule of thumb used to be.
well, look at this chick here, and look at let's break it down a little bit. So she's got like full makeup, eyebrows are done. She's got $60 minimum nails. That's minimum she's paying because I bought my wife's nails on many occasions, and it's a minimum $60, bro. If you're going for the cheap stuff, it's $60. So if she's doing this, if she's keeping her nails up regularly, that's like at minimum, that's like a monthly charge, a bi-monthly charge. That's
Man,
100.
that's every 2 weeks, bro. What
You know what I'm
mean?
saying?
They
That's what I'm
get to
saying.
fill
Bi-monthly,
in, bro.
she's
They fill in. You gotta get
exactly,
the fill,
yeah.
bro.
No, I
Come
know.
on, dog. You know.
I know.
Come on.
So
You
it's
already
like
know, dog.
she's
If you can get 3 weeks, you lucky, bro.
That's what I'm
if
saying.
you can get them to go every 3, you lucky.
That's what
Go
I'm
ahead,
saying.
man.
So look at her. She's got these fake nails on, and it's. I know she didn't do it herself. She went to a place. She had it done professionally. You know, she's got like the accessories. She's sitting on the faux leather couch. That's not a bed. That's a couch with like the fur pillows and stuff. So that's either her mom's house or she's not hurting for furniture. So it's just like a situation where she's complaining
It's
about.
definitely mom's house too. It's probably
Yeah.
Jersey, and she's working in the city, like because she's saying about commuting. But
Uh-huh.
again, everywhere, bro. If you work in Miami, like traveling in South Florida is screwed right now, bro. And for me to go down the block takes me 15 minutes, bro. There are so many people here right now. It's incredible.
Well,
It's
this is
too
a
much. There's too many
situation.
of us.
This is a situation where that's also true, and if there weren't so many
Close the
people out
border,
working,
by the way. Close the border.
What the?
Sorry.
No, you're good, bro. The thing about this chick though is that specifically where it's like everybody's talking about it back and forth, where it's like there really genuinely are good points on both sides, where it's like there needs to be more protections for workers. There needs to be more protections for small businesses specifically because, you know, the poor working conditions have gotten the working class to the point where they're like stabbing each other in the back. You've got people that are, you know, because they feel like that they're not being taken care of either through the social programs or through their monetary situation at work. They're doing stuff like cutting corners. They're doing a bad job. They're showing up to work and they're putting in minimum effort so they don't get fired. You know,
That's what happened last night, bro. Literally spent $60 for 3 people, and the dude came and bought the food, like just came walking out. They messed up the milkshake, bro. I'm telling you, the working conditions are, but we're also not, as consumers, we're not getting much back.
Yeah.
And I mean, trades would solve a lot of this too, bro. I'm big on trades. Manny knows that, bro. I would literally, like, I had my bathroom done, bro. Buddy made $4,000 right quick, bro. You know what I mean? I bought the supplies and he put it in, bro. And let me tell you, bro, he made in about 2 weeks, bro. So he made $2,000 a week, bro. You know what I mean? Putting it in the bathroom. So
check
bro,
it out. Check it out. This is the next
that's
part.
$8,000 a month, bro. You doing okay if you making $8,000 a month?
Check it out. This is the next one. It's the 9 to 5 versus the grind, right? But check it out. We got a little bit of AI art. You can tell it's AI because of the Benjamin Franklins are a little bit wonky in the face. But it's it's the 9 to 5 versus the grind. But if you notice, actually, the 9 to 5 guy is actually standing. He's sitting on top of a giant pile of money. So, whereas the guy on the beach is on his Apple MacBook on the beach with money falling from the sky, 9 to 5 homie is a little down and depressed, but he looks like he has more money than grind guy. I'm just saying,
bro. So look, Tio, dude,
I ain't gonna lie though, the 9 to 5 guy looked like he might go home,
he's
and
gonna
I
end
don't know
it
if I can
all.
say this on YouTube, but
He's gonna
yeah.
self-delete.
Yeah. No, and that is part of it, bro. So me and Tio be arguing about this because I kind of sold out when I went to work for the doctor. You know what I mean? Because I went from having my own business, a deli, but you know, when you have to pay employees and you got to pay rent and all these things, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you own it, and again, my
Invisible.
boy,
Those are invisible to employees too.
well, 5 months later, bro, he ended up going. He wasn't paying his rent because his rent was $10,000. He didn't own the station. See, this is where ownership is good.
Yeah.
Now, my other boy, he owns his gas station. Still to this day, he owns it. 3 acres. You know what I mean? On a corner, bro. So that's the difference between owning something and paying rent. But
How
anyway,
long has he had it?
Oh, he's had it. His dad had it, bro. The plans have a
they've made
colored
$1 million from it.
restroom, dude. Bro, both brothers are millionaires. Current multiple millionaires, bro. They have a garage, bro. Nah, it's yeah, dude.
See,
and
well,
that's what I'm saying.
kind of the
There's
point
no
is
one
that
to
you can
hand it
get
to,
there.
though. Yeah, no, dude, I would buy it. Listen, man, that even might be my next thing, but
They don't
I
have
don't
kids?
really have 2, 3. No, they girls. So
Dang.
they all have girls. Nobody's gonna take it over, dude. But I go to school, learn how to be a mechanic. I mean, I know a little bit, but you need to know. You need to be a master mechanic if you're gonna run a shop. You know what I mean?
Bro,
But
little bit
work
of
is probably $129 an hour right now. It was 99 back when I was still working there in like 2017, 2018. It was 99, so it's got to be 129 per hour of labor for a certified master mechanic. Yeah. No, right. So do the math, Holmes. You know what I mean? Most jobs are 8 to 10 hours, anything big. So, yeah, anyway.
Bro,
go ahead. Sorry.
I've got
the Red Bull's kicking in, bro. The Red Bull's kicking in, boy.
You're good,
yeah,
Joe.
I'm getting lit.
Well, think about like because this is also like and this is pertinent for Manny. This is what I was going to direct at like the younger generation for Manny specifically too. Like, you know, legacy is so important, and it's not just having kids and stuff like that, because this is a point that I want to make here too. It's not just like the end all be all. Is not like the conservative trad lifestyle, like getting married, having kids and stuff, because that's not a guarantee either. Because like my dad had a ton of kids. I've got 7 siblings, right? And nobody other than me is taking up the business after he retires. I'm going to be the only one that's running the business. And because of because of that fact, we're going to have to downsize significantly. So because we don't have, because my siblings are going off and doing their own thing, they're not going to participate in his legacy. It's going to shrink, and my boys will hopefully continue on with it. But it's just something where it's like, even though he had all of these kids, he's got 8 children or 7 children, even though he's got all these kids, only one is carrying on the business legacy. Now they're going to carry on his name, and we were raised with a lot of his ideals and stuff like that. So, his legacy expands in other ways. But like I was saying earlier, the future belongs to those that show up. And part of showing up is like leaving your mark, and not just in terms of like getting married and having kids, but having a meaningful impact on other people. You can do that through literature, you can do that through media, you can do that through music. You can do that through conversations and friendships and relationships with people. But you got to show up, and you got to have a desire to have that impact, because what we see here with like what I showed earlier with that guy just driving recklessly through the interstate traffic, and this girl crying her eyes out over a 9 to 5, which honestly, I'm going to tell you guys the honest to God truth. 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock is not that bad for a job. Like, I mean, and I've worked just like, I guess I've just worked crappy jobs my whole life, but I've been a manual laborer, guys, like my entire life. I've done construction. I did landscaping was my first job out of high school. I got my ex pregnant when I was 17 years old. I went out and got a landscaping job, and I've been doing manual labor and stuff. I've been basically doing anything that I could do. I did retail work. I worked in kitchens and stuff. You know, pretty much anything I could put my hands on, I was doing. I've got a ton of different.
And that's where having kids though too. You gonna do whatever you had to do to take care of the kids.
Yes,
That's what people don't understand. That's the difference.
That's the other side of it. Yeah.
Dolo. If you dolo, bro, you ain't gotta worry about it. But if you have little ones, you gotta put food on the table, man. They gotta eat before you eat.
I definitely agree with y'all on, like, when you have kids, that's a whole different ball game. And like at that point, like, yeah, I would definitely recommend, like, anyone who has kids, like, yeah, definitely try to do whatever you can. Like, obviously be safe about it, but yeah, definitely do what you can, because I mean, at the end of the day, your kids didn't ask to be here.
Well, yeah. Well, not just the kid thing too, but like what Todd was saying earlier about how his grandpa made him get a house at 23. Made him what you bought it outright, or you financed it, or
no, he co-signed, bro. So no,
so that's good help. Yeah. I mean, that's huge. But like,
listen,
but that's good because.
Without, but I had money though too. I was working at a titty bar, bro. Well, so let me tell you, 100 a shift, and then tip out, and plus extracurricular. So I had plenty of money. You know what I mean?
The reason why that's so significant though is because that the ownership confers responsibility. So the fact is that if you were just renting, if you decided to just rent, there was no external because you could just pack up and go somewhere else. You can go rent from somebody else if it doesn't work out. Like if you get tired of living there, or if your landlord's a piece of crap.
My mom had a trailer, dude, and so she was paying lot rent for the trailer, dude, and I was like, this is dumb. I'm like, this makes no sense. You know what I mean?
When you buy it though, like when you own the lot, when you own the
house, there's no owning a lot. Yeah, you own the house.
When you own the house, like you're invested in it. You have to do the upkeep, and not only that, like if you don't make the payments, it gets foreclosed on, and you're done for. Like you're out. So it's the level of investment and the level of risk is higher. So it creates a higher level of responsibility, which makes it to where you yourself make more sacrifices to make sure it happens. But if you're just like some 18, 19, 20-year-old kid, you graduate, you get a crappy job, you start paying rent somewhere, you DoorDash everything, you spend all of your extra time playing video games or smoking pot. And like, I'm not against whatever recreational activities people want to, but if you don't have something of meaning or something of value in your life to focus your energy on, you'll see that eventually you'll wake up one day, you're 40 years old, you have no skills, all of your friends have surpassed you in one way or the other. Either it's been their relationship, they've got a wife, they've got a kid, they've got kids. One friend is like a CEO of a company he owns because he's spent all his extra time building a business. You got to have something that you invest in. And when you don't have something like that, you end up like those people in the videos, like that guy driving weaving in and out of traffic. It's like, if he was invested in his future, he wouldn't take risks with his physical safety. He would drive carefully. He would watch out for other people.
You still do. Like
but
I
not
said,
as much.
Not that was crazy because the amount of traffic.
Like it's verifiable. Like when you have children, you're less reckless than someone without children. Like it's just
when they're in the car. When she wouldn't be in the car, I would still drive.
No, I mean just generally speaking,
miles per hour. Yeah, but when she was in the car seat, then no.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So again, but yeah, I know what you're saying. You're worried about crashing the car and not being there for the kid.
Yeah.
But dude, if somebody pulls up to you, starts revving, bro, come on, dude. You do it in the work truck, bro.
No,
you do it now with a trailer, truck, dude. Right? I mean, come on,
I mean, but that's the thing. Is
allegedly.
No, I'll take the risk because it's like I'll still speed and stuff to make the deliveries for no other reason than to just get to the delivery. I'll
Which
speed, I'll
helps your
drive fast.
family, right?
You know,
Which
I'm
by
driving.
getting there on time helps
Yeah.
your family, and so
But
yeah.
what I'm
I
saying
hear
is
you.
that when you've got something to invest in, when you've got something that matters, that is external from just you, just making you feel good or feel happy, then you see that your life takes on more meaning. You feel more fulfilled because
Can we bring up the elephant in the room that the girl was on her period too, bro?
Yeah,
Yeah, come on, I'm
literally,
sorry,
it
bro.
went
I'm
it went
sorry,
viral
bro.
too. Yeah,
Like,
no,
you
that's so
know,
funny. That's so funny too. It's like everybody's like arguing about what she said, and nobody's like, bro, she's on her period.
yeah, right. Which, dude, like, I've had mine break down. Dude, the kid will break down occasionally. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
it all
I
makes
will
sense
admit, when she
now.
said that, I was kind of like, all right. I was like, no one needed to really know that. But
Yeah, it's like, all right, so just turn off the video. It's like swipe up to the next short.
But also, let's not forget about this. Again, it goes back to what we started with, the dead internet. And now, when you're getting paid for likes and you're getting paid for engagements on Twitter, and I hear that people are making money on Twitter,
They
so
are now.
there is an incentive to make a video like this because you know it's going to get comments from both sides. You're going to get the, oh my God, leave the girl alone. She's on her. You
Yep.
know, actually, nobody said that, I guess. I didn't read the comments.
No,
but,
there were
you know,
people. There were a
where
bunch.
they were, and
That
again,
was the
you're
other
gonna get
side.
the women, right?
Yep.
You're going to get the simps who are like, leave her
Yep.
alone.
Yep.
Leave her alone.
And how
She's
many of
out
them
here
are just
working
fake
hard.
profiles? How many of them are
Spent an
fake?
hour in traffic. Right.
Yeah.
Then how many are the advanced AI? Right? How many are the bot farms in Botswana or India or Kuala Lumpur or wherever? Right. So yeah, there's a lot of variables here too.
Well,
Basically, the internet's fake, and I think this just verifies it more.
I
So,
wanted
yeah.
to show you
hey
guys
guys,
something.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Scribe. I'm about to eat real quick.
All right, bro.
If you guys are still on when I'm done, I'll hop back on.
All right, homie. Well,
You got
I
it,
appreciate
bro.
you stopping by, bro. First caller of the show. I appreciate you, my man.
History has
No
been
problem,
made.
no problem.
History has been made tonight.
Yes.
Always.
All
right, homeboy. Hey,
All right,
thanks
my
for
man.
passing it by, bro.
All right, y'all take it easy, guys.
Yes, sir. All right, my man. All right, so Todd, bro, check this out. I want to say, everybody watching, you guys check out on the screen right now. First of all, this is worldometers.info. Okay, so if you guys want a bunch of just like random info, there's all sorts of stuff: food, water, energy, infrastructure info. But what's pertinent for tonight's conversation is right up here in the top section, right? World population. Just today, in terms of deaths, and you can see it's rising every second. We've had over 150,000 deaths recorded by this website, and it's every second there's another death. Look, there's another one, and another one, and
This
another
is
one,
worldwide?
and another one, worldwide.
Worldwide?
World population, another death. As we speak, people just dropping dead left and right. And if you guys are paying attention, the simulation is winking at us. Todd, can you tell us how the simulation is winking at us just by looking at the screen there?
The fidget spinners from Inception.
From Inception. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute?
Absolutely, bro. Listen,
Don't you love the little simulation wink nod? Oh, man.
if I wasn't such a man of faith, I would be all over the simulation thing, right? Because you can go. Dr. James Gates has done the best work on this. That there's these adinkras that are like these codes that are embedded inside of string theory, dude. So they break down string theory, but as you break down string theory, there's this underlying code of I'll send you the video when we're done. So, but again, I'm a man of the Lord, so I know that we're divine creations by God, okay, who sent his only son to die for our sins, right? I know that. So that's what I know. But man, with these Mandela effect things, but the death thing, we're going to touch on that, right?
This is what the whole thing about, and even the transhumanism stuff is relevant to this, because Guys, it's so important. I mean, at the very beginning of the show, I don't know if you saw, bro, for my intro.
I didn't, bro. I didn't tune in right till 9, man. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good, homie. When it uploads, you'll be able to go back and see it, bro.
I will.
I showed a video. I showed the video of my accident. I showed the what happened to my truck and the aftermath.
What happened?
I had an accident.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, August 2022. At the I'll send you the video. But
wait, I think didn't you post it in Wally's server back then?
I did back when it
You
happened.
did? Okay. Yeah. I remember, but we didn't know each other, so that's funny too. Yeah.
Nah, bro. Like, so at the beginning of this video, I showed that the videos of my accident. I showed my truck, the aftermath and stuff. Yeah, bro. I was jacked up. I almost died. Near death experience. I've probably had a handful of near death experiences over the course of my life, but this one was significant. Like, this one changed a lot of stuff for me, because it was just one where it was like, it wasn't a hindsight thing. It was like, I thought I was gonna die and not to make it, heavier, nothing. It's an inherently heavy subject, because there genuinely is like a silver lining here. There's more than a silver lining, actually. It's a great thing. But dude, I'm driving down the interstate. I'm on my way to a party. This guy is like flying down the road, weaving in and out of traffic, same as that other guy on that video that we just watched, right? He's driving insane. He's got like this like old model truck, but it's like, I guess this bitch was like steel bodied or something, because he like plows into my right driver's side door. In the pictures, you can actually see where the right driver's side is, or the left driver's side is like crushed in. And dude, like I go flying across the right lane, tore through the guardrail. So like I hit the guardrail at like an almost parallel angle, bro. So like I'm ripping through like 10, 12 feet of guardrail with my truck. It like somehow I get turned around and then I flip down the hill. So it's like rolling down the hill, and I come to a stop right before this concrete pole, and you can see all of that in the pictures. You can see how that all that damage is there and everything, right? The truck is all crushed in, the door won't close. I had to climb out of it. When I got hit, I guess it was when I hit the guardrail, but I hit the steering wheel. My airbag did not deploy, so I took the full brunt of the steering wheel right between the eyes, bro. I got 2 black eyes, had a concussion. My left arm and my left leg were jacked up real bad. Nothing was broken, but I definitely had some fractures and some jams, homie. Purple and blue all over my body. I had like a cut on my left hand, and I couldn't see because of the concussion. I had a torn retina in my right eye, so I had lost vision in my right eye completely. It was 100% vision loss, and then my left eye was like 80% vision loss. So I'm just like, can't see nothing, totally out of whack. I'm like bleeding all over, limping up out of my vehicle, right? The dude that hit me just bailed, just totally dipped. Hit me and ran.
Oh, really? Yep. And what kind of car was it?
Hit and run, bro. It was just like some
what kind of
gray truck. I was in a yellow pickup truck, Ford F-150.
The truck could drive away. The truck drove away.
Yep. Smashed in me, hit and run.
Man, wow.
He hit me, bro, and as soon as he hit me, I felt my truck start to. I felt myself losing control.
Yeah.
Yep. And as soon as I hit the guardrail,
you had a trailer. Your towing trailer.
No.
Oh, no trailer. Okay.
No.
Loaded truck.
No.
Loaded. Nothing in the truck.
No, there was a couple bounce houses in the truck, but
yeah, but they're 7 to 1,000 tops.
Yeah.
Fully, yeah, they're not.
But he hits me, bro.
I mean, they're big. They're big. I've seen them, but
yeah,
depending on the size of the bounce house. But yeah,
these ones were like small, medium-sized ones. But yeah, I mean,
right. You still got to hand truck them. Yeah, you got to truck them from depending on. Yeah, dude.
But bro,
I own a hand
hits
truck,
me,
by the way. Like every man
Nice,
should. You gotta
yeah.
own a hand. You gotta have. I got one of them nice ones from like Sam's Club, bro. Like
Nice, yeah.
250. Yeah, the one that you can lay down.
Yeah,
And
the
you can
back
put
wheels.
cases on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yep. It's got the It's got the other
The wheels
wheels
up
on it.
top
The
on that.
handle comes out. Yep, the
Yeah.
handle. Yep, bro. But
But
you know that
bro,
you. Go
I
ahead, man. Sorry,
dude
autism.
dude
That,
freaking smashes into me, hit and run. As soon as I hit the guardrail, bro, think when he hits me is I'm dead. That's the only thing I think.
yeah,
And then the next
my.
thing I know, it's like burnt rubber smell. I'm bleeding down my face, bro.
Yeah. So I got knocked out. My car accident was nothing like that. I got rear-ended. I was in an S10. Okay, I had a Chevy S10 with no cab, and I'm 6'4", 300-pound dude. So when she hits me, my head, the back of the seat, kind of is like a fulcrum, and my head smashes the back window out. Smashes the window. So I'm concussed, and I drift out. It's a stick shift, right? So I'm in neutral at a stop sign. She bangs me out. So I'm knocked out. So I can understand the concussion thing. But yeah, no, I didn't flip over. It was, you know what I mean? She
Yeah.
was probably doing 30 or 40. So I got hurt and I settled the case, did okay. But wow, I can't believe your guy ran. But
Yeah.
I
And then
did
nothing
have a
ever
near
came of
death
it.
experience. I'll go to that afterwards. We'll stay on yours. But okay, so you get the hit, then what happens? You had to either be missing time. Did the time slow down a little bit? How did it go
No,
from after the hit?
bro,
You just started smelling stuff.
I'm
That was
like
the next thing you remembered.
no, bro, I am like exceptionally durable. Like not like toot my own horn, but I mean I literally that was the worst
Yeah,
wreck of my life and I survived. So I mean that's evidence
right.
right there. But like I mean you can see the pictures of the vehicle. It was jacked up, homie. I got
Well, us big guys, bro, we are built differently, and
yeah.
that is a I
No,
like
straight up, bro.
even.
I
Bro,
got
I had my wisdom teeth in until 48. I just had them out the other day. Okay. And it wasn't because of needing them out. It's because there was a little growth there. Benign,
yeah.
by the way. Benign. So everybody,
Good,
no,
good.
no mouth cancer. Yeah. 90% of the time they are. And that's what it was. But it was, whatever. But, yeah, bro, we are built differently to survive hits like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you played high school football, like I said, our that's how my
I
so
was a
to tell
boxer. I
this
did boxing.
well and same thing with football. You're getting hit in it. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
got these. You have a big neck
Cause
whenever you
that's what it
box
is.
or football.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna have a
We
huge
specifically
neck.
did neck exercise. Yeah.
Yeah, neck rolls, bro. Neck rolls.
Yep.
You'd get on it. Yeah, dude. I wrestled for a year too.
Built up
But
the big
bro,
neck, big
when I
thick
went
freaking
for
neck.
that when I went for that x-ray, dude, the guy told me, he says, listen, I've never seen neck vertebrae like yours. He said most people's are half the size of a Tonka block. He said each one of your neck vertebrae are the size of a Tonka block.
Dang, dude.
Okay? And that's what he said. So I'm like, yeah, man. So you get to be built a little different than a 5'7" dude. That's
Yeah.
just the way it is. There's some 5'7" dude. Don't get me wrong. There's 5'7" dudes that can knock me out, bro. That don't mean size don't mean shit either. You gotta. It's the dog in the fight too. But when you have a big dude, it just helps too. When you
Well,
know what you're
bro,
doing.
like
But go ahead, man.
so I have this accident, bro, and it is rough. Like, I'm at the point where it's like I've like lost vision, and it came back, thank God. I'm like 100% vision in my left eye, like 95% vision in my right eye. I still got a little bit of a tear, like there's like a little gray spot in my right eye, but bro, it was so bad. Like the concussion had me where it was like like they say dyslexia is where like the words will float or like the letters will float around.
Right.
I literally could not read. I couldn't read on paper or like my books. I couldn't read anything on the computer. It hurt to look at anything. My wife had to bathe me and dress me because I couldn't freaking move.
Wow.
It was rough, homie. It was.
Yeah.
I felt so bad. Like I was in a depressive funk about it because it was like, the guy hit and ran, got away with it scot free. The cops didn't do nothing about it. It happened right in front of
You're laid up.
Yeah.
You're laid up. But I'm gonna
I
tell
have
you.
no-
I know
I
it
have
sounds
no-
corny,
well,
but it's for a reason.
I've got no health insurance, bro. I've got I got the car insurance didn't pay out. So I'm totally screwed on this whole thing, right? And I set up a GoFundMe for it. I got $500, bro. There was this like libtard chick with like blue hair and freaking piercings and stuff, bro. Sent me $200, and I was super touched by that.
Wow.
I was
Yeah,
really
no,
touched
that's
by
nice,
that.
bro. That's
This
nice.
like
Bro,
it was real. I mean, like I looked at it. I mean, I'm like textbook like Anita Sarkeesian, like fish mouth, blue hair, piercings, tattoos. You know, like full on. Like would give you a hard time over some pronouns, but
yeah, I didn't
doesn't know
have
me from
insurance
Adam.
either.
I'm total stranger, and she the biggest donor, $200 straight up. I didn't get anywhere. I was asking for money to get another truck because that was like my work vehicle and it's like my lifeline. And
Right.
I didn't get anywhere near close to my asking goal, bro. I got $500. Basically, the people that donated to me helped pay a month of my rent, and that was a huge blessing because I was out. I mean, I'm the only
Bro,
the bread earner in my house. That was my work vehicle that got damaged. I was physically injured, so I couldn't go to work for basically 2 months after that. I was so jacked up. So
yeah, man. I
but
was 1099.
last
I
thing,
was
bro.
1099.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But silver lining out of all that, bro, the white pill of the whole story is that, because of that, I was so jacked up that I couldn't play with my sons. Like I couldn't pick them up and hold them. It hurt. They were too heavy. My little baby boys were too heavy for me to hold. And I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to play with them or be an influence in their life. I was afraid that, this accident was going to injure me so badly that I was going to lose a chunk of my life with my boys. So I started immediately, as soon as I was able to start moving, I started moving. And it hurt. It sucked. I was in so much debilitating pain, but I just kept moving because I knew that, like, body in motion stays in motion.
Hey,
I,
yep, that
like,
is the key.
I knew it, bro. I knew that, like, while I was recovering, I had to move as much as possible so that I would limber up and that I would get healthy. And then as soon as I did, bro, I started working out. As soon as I got to the point where I started working out. I lost 66 pounds ever since that video. You can see in the original video, I'm fat as hell, but I edited it for the stream so nobody could see it. But
Right.
I'm fat as hell in the damn original one. But
Yeah, and that's just taking personal inventory. Me too, bro. Listen,
I had to
when
get right,
started
bro.
working at home, bro, that I blew up too, bro. So I've been through it too. And you know what? You lose it. You have to if you care about your family and you care about your own life. But bro, I was 1099 too when mine happened. So I was at work, but you don't get workman's comp because you're 1099. You're an independent contractor.
Yep.
Right? So luckily I was able to build my own PIP. You know what I mean? The 10,000 of personal injury protection that covered me. So that paid for like the chiropractor and stuff like that. But yeah, it took me years to settle, bro. But luckily I could keep working. I wasn't debilitated, bro. Had a slight herniation. They rated me at like 9%. You know what I mean? Loss, a 9% loss. So that's nothing. You know what I mean? And I'm glad I wasn't trying to like make the money. Although I did settle the case because again I got hit. I was just sitting there minding my own business. You know what I mean? And then I busted out the back window, but I got a hard head. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
I mean, I got that. Luckily, I had the afro going, bro, too. So it was like a helmet. You know what I mean? So I
Get
just
the cushion.
smashed it out. But bro, and then she came up to me and was like, "Oh, and then she told me she had a dental procedure, so she had just got out." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, no wonder you DUI'd." But in Florida, bro,
Yeah.
old people bro. If you get hit by an old person down here, ain't nothing happening to no old person, bro. They pay for everything down here, bro. You know what I mean? They bring in all the revenue they do. We're seasoned.
Yeah.
So they're here 6 months out of the year, and they get to do whatever they want. They get to drive 30 miles per hour in a 50. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's almost more dangerous than homeboy driving. I almost take homeboy driving 200 miles per hour. No, I'll take the old lady doing 30. But yeah, I know what you're saying, bro. Everything's for a reason, dude. That might have been Satan, bro. That just, you know what I mean? That dude could have been demon possessed. Because I don't understand how somebody could And again, you're probably in like BFE, so there ain't no surveillance, there ain't no traffic cameras.
No,
You
there
know
was
what
a
I mean?
camera right there, bro. That's the thing that's got
And
me
they didn't get
jacked up.
none.
Nothing. They
Man,
said
you
they
better
called.
call them. You
I
better call
did.
them.
I did.
Yeah,
I
you
was
better
on
call
it.
them again.
I was on it, bro. And like I've got some like I don't want to self dox,
Yeah,
but I've
don't. Yeah,
some connections, some links. I'm a
yeah.
little bit better off than the average person when it comes to like getting the cops motivated to do stuff, and they wouldn't do nothing for me.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like
it's listen, bro. I mean, for some
it was
reason, could have
jacked
been
up.
illegal, bro. I mean, I'm not even trying to be mean or mess with the algorithm, but they could. And we have that in South Florida a lot.
It was on
My
the interstate, bro.
insurance is
Yeah, so it could have been
Yeah,
anybody. Like
my insurance is so high in Palm Beach County, and it's because we have a lot of people who are uninsured motorists. So, and they'll just tell you, bro. But if you get up to like Port St. Lucie, bro, up into the BFE of Florida, bro, your rates will drop. You'll pay like $70 a month for car insurance, bro. But in Palm
bro.
Beach, you paying 200, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
150. 150 a month, bro. Something like
My
that.
my my insurance, bro. I'm about to tell you, bro. This is about to blow your
I
mind. It's
already
about to
know,
hurt your
bro. Especially
feelings.
with that speeding ticket, I already know it.
$218 a month, bro.
Yeah. How much?
Murder. $218, bro.
Yeah.
Killing me.
Yeah.
I'm
And I got
dying.
a five.
I'm
I got a
dying.
250. I got a $250 deductible.
Golly.
So yeah, bro, 250, bro. You got to carry that 250, bro. But I used to have nationwide, but bro, every year, and I don't show a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I'm a cash guy, bro. So I don't, but bro, they had me carrying like $300,000 every year. They were bumping up my coverage like 25,000, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I was carrying $300,000 worth of. I'm like, what the f are you guys doing? I'm like, no. I'm like, my house, at the time the house wouldn't even work that. You know what I mean? So in total value, I'm like, no. I'm like, man, drop me down. So yeah, I got the George Soros now, bro, progressive, but
Bro, speaking of George
yeah,
Soros, check
what's
out.
up?
So, according to the World Economic Forum, they got an opinion on transhumanism, right? Do you want to dive into the World Economic
Dive
Forum?
in, bro. So do
Ain't
you
that
have any
crazy?
Yoel
Human
Havari?
enhancement.
Do you have any of the Yoel Havari clips? The dude with the glasses?
No, bro.
Yeah.
This is an article I found from 2018 from the World Economic Forum's website. It's
Go ahead.
on their agenda, bro. It's what is transhumanism and how does it affect you? So I was like, golly, I knew as soon as I saw the World Economic Forum had a freaking article on, I was like, bro, it has to be part of tonight's video.
Too
But
bad Justin isn't here to gaslight
I
us and tell us
know,
how
I
you
know. It
know
tells them they're
and
not.
how it's just how there's nothing behind it and they're
I,
just a think tank.
I
And they don't have
know.
any nefarious plans. I wish you was here to
Literally
do
Wally
that,
World.
man.
Y'all guys gotta watch
But
Wally World so freaking much, dude. This is so jacked up, bro. I can't even believe it. And he will literally see this stream. He'll watch the playback when he's at work tomorrow, and he'll be like, "No, it's still not happening. There's no. It's just for
yep, yep,
eternal youth for no reason. They
yep,
just
yep.
the
Just a think
elites
tank,
have
guys.
eternal youth for the best of intentions, bro."
It's just a think tank, man. Come on, man. People do that all the time, man. People start think tanks all the time, man. There's nothing nefarious about it. I know. I think he is an advanced AI
Evolution.
sent from the future to gaslight me into having a heart attack. I really
It's
do
true.
sometimes.
It's true.
I'm like, bro. You do go in my server today and look in the general, and you'll see it, bro. I'm like,
I
what? I'm
know.
like, bro. I'm like, come on, bro.
Check it out. Check it out.
But
So
that's
it's
my
like,
homie. That's the homie. But
it hits
still.
them. It hits all the points too because it's about evolution, and that's the big thing. Is that like this is what appeals to these people because it's like this gives something to secular people apart from God. This gives them a chance at eternal life, at eternal youth, and what's wild to me is that like these people will like be mad about like religious people and like concepts of like heaven and hell and stuff like that. They'll say it's like superstition or it's ignorance or that it's like, fear tactics or whatever, right? But like the real life of these people that are trying to live forever with technology is more hellish than like anything I thought hell would be like. Like I thought hell is like hot, obviously hot, demons, fire, torture sucks. you know. But like I've seen the lifestyle that what's his name, Brian Johnson has, and it's literally hell. And he's doing it so he can live forever. But it's like, what are you living forever to do? This torturous science experiment lifestyle. Like, we'll get into that, but like, it's living the transhuman lifestyle, doing the steps that are supposedly required to live forever, is literally a living hell that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Yet, people are willing to stoop to these levels because they're afraid of death. And this is the point of the Memento Mori thing, is that like, you know, when people are always going to come to this realization, you know, white or black, male or female, doesn't matter what side of the world you're living on. One day, one of the markers of maturity, one of the rites of passage into adulthood, right, is wrestling with your own mortality, realizing that you're not going to live forever. One day, maybe soon, you're going to die, and people have varied reactions to that. You know, religious people like ourselves, we're not as worried about it. We've got different coping mechanisms. You know, secular people just don't think about it. You know, or they are simply unbothered. They think that nothing happens, so they're just not worried. They're focused more on the here and now. And there's nothing wrong with that. But then you have people like this. People who think that technology and science are going to provide humanity with a means of overcoming the human limitation of an expiration date, right? And this is some of the scariest delusions imaginable, bro, because like the limits that the lengths these people are willing to go to in order to avoid death is scary. But enough of me on my rampage.
But I think that they're Malthusian. You know who Charles Malthus was?
Yes, yeah, the guy with the food trap, right? Yeah.
Well, no, they want to end society to where all the like worthless breeders. It's basically a death cult, man. About Malthusianism, and I can't say it, but yeah, bro. And the problem with transhumanism is the playing God part, bro. We were not meant to have our consciousness uploaded, and you know, I mean, you could even get into like, we weren't supposed to be taking pictures either. But I mean, that's a long stretch between trying to upload your consciousness onto a computer and to continue life.
Yeah.
Like, no. But yeah, a sign of maturity is thinking about your death. Are you going to be able to play that Chinese video? Maybe we shouldn't anyway.
I don't think so.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, there's a lot of don't play it. But there,
it shows the harakiri on there. Yeah.
No, I hear you, bro. The thing is, you do start thinking about that, and when you're 25, right? You don't think you're going to make it to 35. You just don't. Right. And again, the reason I didn't think I was going to make it to 35 is because I was dabbling in things I shouldn't have been dabbling in. Okay. Yeah. And then when you're 35, you don't think you're going to make it to 45 because you're smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. Right. You know what I mean? And you think that you're going to have a heart attack. Right. Because you're doing blow and you're not living right. But then when you get to 45, right, and I'm ready to go, man. I've made confession. You know what I mean? I've made communion. I live a good life. So if I was to go, I'm ready to go at any time. And I know that tomorrow morning I might not wake up, right? So I'm prepared to go. But as you get older, this sense of more mortality, it gets greater and greater, man. I mean, let me tell you, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And again, the reason I don't think I'll make it to 55 now is because I think we're in profit, you know, with what's going on in the Middle East. I think we're in the 7-year tribute. You know what I mean? We're going to see somebody come and grant peace to Israel and Palestine. And then 3.5 years in, then he turns on Israel, right? And it's the Antichrist. So I think we're in the end times already. So that's why I don't think I'm going to make it to 55. But not because, you know, I don't smoke anymore. I'm in the best shape probably since high school. You know what I mean? So it's not that. But yeah, you definitely think about it every day the older you get. That's a fact.
I'm more because like you know I'm religious as well. I'm a religious person as well. So it's like I think more in terms about like the practical like legacy because you know I'm more comfortable with the hereafter. I'm more comfortable with the idea of death. The major thing about my religiosity is that it's expanded my appreciation for life, and you know, it's also provided me with this tether to my humanity that like stuff like this, the transhumanism, the biological enhancements and replacements and stuff like that, really bothers me on like a fundamental level. It bothers me on a core spiritual and ethical level because I feel like you know, even if not necessarily in situations where people have like prosthetics, right? Like if someone has like a you know missing arm or leg or something, we should obviously like facilitate them having a normal regular life, right? But this idea of like you know living past your expiration is not normal. It's not about being healthy, right? That's about overcoming normality. That's like pushing past the limits of natural human health. Because even the healthiest human being is not going to live for 200 years. The healthiest human being is not going to live, you know, and be able to function at the same degree at 75 years old as that they would have at 30 years old. And that's normal and that's okay.
If you plug into the computer or Neuralink or whatever this is, you're going to have this boundless pleasure. You'll have pleasure on demand. You could push a button and coom, and there's all these things that you don't even want to even you don't even want to grant that to somebody.
But
that
the
power.
the
You know what I
worst
mean?
the worst thing about that is that like infinite pleasure, like people, this is such a horrible thing about it too, is that like people
We're
don't
not built
consider
for that, bro.
yeah, we
Not built
aren't.
for infinite
It
pleasure.
literally makes you depressed. Like if you could have
Right.
if you could have a dopamine button where you just are constantly okay and you never have to struggle or never have to have conflict or you never have to overcome anything, you literally get depressed no matter how good things are.
The Mouse City, bro. Did you see that? Where
Yeah, do the
they took
utopian mouse experiment. Yeah.
and it failed. They gave them everything they wanted, and it failed.
Yes.
Because you kind of need, and it, dude, this
You have
this
to have
all
a
ties
challenge.
back. Yes, this ties back to the 9 to 5 thing. So when I would be working, you know what? Part of it was an ego thing that the girls that I work with at the doctor's office, you know what I mean? My other boss would call me, hey, can you pick up that shift tonight? And they would see that I was willing to go and do the extra and make money. You understand? So
Yeah.
it ties back into that. No, we're not meant to be like work is part of the Bible. Like keep your shoulder to the wheel, right?
Yeah.
Like that's literally what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to get up. Like God hates sloth. So we're not supposed to be lazy, dude. And I mean, could you just imagine, bro? You're plugged into this Neuralink. And I mean, how would that not lead to a simulation? How would this not lead to a simulation?
Well, the worst part about it is people don't understand. It's like what the first of all, like when your consciousness is like put into a vat of like unfiltered, you know, exposure to other consciousness, because that's what would happen, and that you know people haven't read the documentation. They don't know what Neuralink is or does. They don't understand like the goals that Elon Musk and these scientists and engineers have for this technology. This isn't just about like making you a better person. This is also about like eliminating personal barriers.
Oh yeah, and
Which
disease.
is well,
Yeah,
no,
but
like not
There'll
like
be no disease anymore.
there
either.
won't be
You'll just make
privacy.
yourself stem cells.
Like there won't be privacy either because
Oh, no.
our brains will all be linked and like our thought processes. It's not like it'll be mind control or mind reading or anything like that. But it's like it will be like there is like everyone will live in a paper house in their mind, and the worst part about that is that like it's not what you think. It's not like I'm naked in a room full of people. It's not like that at all. It's that you cease to be like the room becomes so full of people that the fact that there are people there ceases to matter. Like it is so saturated with identity that there is no such thing as a singular identity anymore. Like the individual is no longer an individual. Like and it'll happen basically automatically. It won't be like a they plug it in and you like zoop into a robot or something because some guy flips a switch. It'll be like you will lose track of your individual sense of self because you don't have the willpower to maintain your individual sense of self. You don't know who you are well enough to maintain that identity. So you will just become the aggregate identity of everyone. And that's fucking horrifying.
Yeah, but you'll also become hackable. This guy, Yoel Havari, the WEF guy, he literally just said, and I should have sent you the video. He's like, we don't need killer robots. We can have humans do it. Like basically where they're saying we could program a human to shoot another human. We don't need to have the killer robots like in the Terminator, like in Skynet, to where you could literally have programmable people. And dude, we were just talking about this earlier, and I mean the fidget spinner being there from inception is just crazy, right? I don't know if you programmed that. I don't know if you did that yourself or if that fidget spinner popped up, but yeah, bro, you would literally be able to hack anybody that's plugged into that Neuralink. Elon Musk, right, the guy who has the master code, would be in control. Let's just use Neuralink as the basis. So,
but then no, that was just an ad actually. So the algorithm showed us that fidget spinner, bro.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is
isn't that
very
cute?
weird. Your avatar kind of looks like one too, bro. If you look at that, I mean, I'm just saying how big it looks like it's spinning right now. It's got the little things coming off of it, so very weird. But no, dude, not even weird. I would say that it is part of the plan. It's God letting us know that we're over the target. But yeah, no, the transhumanist thing is bad. No, it would not be good. Totally horrible. Nobody should be playing God.
I know you gotta leave here shortly, but I just wanted to cover some of this stuff.
Go ahead.
So according to the World Economic Forum, this is some of this article here. Biological evolution takes place over generations, but imagine if it can be expedited beyond the incremental change envisioned by Darwin to a matter of individual experiences. Such things are dreamt of by so-called transhumanists. Transhumanism has come to connotate different things to different people, from a belief system to a cultural movement, a field of study to a technological fantasy. You can't get a degree in transhumanism, but you can subscribe to it, invest in it, research its actors, and act on its tenets. So what is it? The term transhumanism gained widespread currency in 1990 following its formal inauguration by Max Moore, the CEO of Alcor Life Extension Foundation. It refers to an optimistic belief that in the enhancement of the human condition through technology in all its forms. It advocates the belief in fundamentally enhancing human condition through applied reason and corporeal embrace of new technologies. It is rooted in the belief that humans can and will be enhanced by the genetic engineering and information technology of today, as well as anticipated advancements such as bioengineering, artificial intelligence, and molecular nanotechnology. The result is an iteration of Homo sapiens, enhanced or augmented, but still fundamentally human. Bullshit. See, that's the other part. You're not right. You're fundamentally altering humanity by making them live longer than a human being does. Like,
yeah, but you're going into the whole brain. So I sent you this.
It says genetic engineering, but we're going to be human. You're going to genetically modify us, but how different does a human get before they're no longer a human? Like, are they always human because you started with a human? Like, that's ridiculous and insane.
And if you add in that one thing we can't talk about because of algorithms with this whole brain emulation, I would posit that you could take over total control of a human being. You could turn them into a Call of Duty robot to be controlled with a joystick, right?
Especially, and the thing is like for the viewers that think that's like a schizophrenic claim or something, like if you look at the color red, your heart rate increases. The color red creates a physiological response in your body that you can't control. You get agitated when you see the color red. So like if plugging wires in your brain and shocking neurons in your head doesn't change your behavior or force you to do something, I don't know what does. Literally, The reason why stop signs are red is because the color creates a physiological reaction in your mind. It makes you stop. And that's the insane part about it, is that little things like that are used on a daily basis to influence human behavior. And people think that that literally putting wires in your head is not actual mind control technology. That's the thing that blows my mind.
Yeah, but here, dude, I mean, there's a 2007 article in Wired about the voice of God weapon returns. So, dude,
From
this is back.
Bluebeam. That's the Bluebeam stuff. Yeah.
Well, not even just Bluebeam. They can project a thought to where all right, let's say me, you, Justin, and Manny are sitting in a room. They can literally focus the beam, and you can do this with music. I have a video where a guy he has music that is focused in a beam, so as you turn it, only you can hear when the speaker is pointed at you. If you're over 10 degrees to the left, you cannot hear it, and as he turns it, you can hear the projecting beam. So I'll send you that too. So this is not, I know I sound schizo. I do. I know I have CTE. I know I have autism. So it comes across as total Terry Davis schizo ramblings. It's not. Anything I say is based on real things. So yeah, voice of God weapon returns, and they can literally beam thoughts into your brain. And this is in 2007. What do we have now? I mean, what do we have now? And that's what you have to really think about. So yeah, go ahead and add the Neuralink into the existing technology that we have, along with AI, quantum computing. I mean, yeah.
Well, that's the crazy thing, is that like when you get into the point when they're literally talking about like quantum computers and nanotechnology and stuff like that, and then you've got vaccines which are, genetically modifiable, on a cellular level, the problem, the ethical problems arise where it's just like, okay, so we know that there's visual stimulus that can affect people. We know that like certain smells can create certain mental states in a human being, and that like by stimulating certain areas of the brain that you can activate those same exact senses, your sight, your smell, your sense of touch and taste can all be affected by stimulus to the brain. And if they want to create a device that the entire job of that is to stimulate your brain in order to create communication, or like it says right here in this article, we favor morphological freedom, the right to modify and enhance one's body's cognition and emotions. Whatever that means, that you can change your emotional state. And the thing about it is this is clearly not like radical freedom in morphological development. This is not like no one in their right mind, especially even here on the World Economic Forum transhumanist archive, is going to argue for something like, in Warhammer 40K, they have a device called the Butcher's Nails. It's a medical implant in the brain that causes someone to go into like a berserker frenzy. It makes them go into a bloodlust rage, right? So like, when they're talking about morphological freedom and like controlling or modifying and enhancing your emotions, right? They're obviously not talking about, putting a thing in your brain that makes you so angry that you kill everyone around you. So there's obviously going to be controls and like regulations around how your emotions are going to be modified and, enhanced, right? They're not just going to let people do it willy-nilly. It's not like you'll be able to feel whatever you want in whatever intensity. You're obviously going to be regulated. So what is that? Are you going to have approved feelings at that point?
Oh, but you can get into like Manchurian. If you go into Project Artichoke, MK Ultra, Project 112-Shad, there's so many things involved here. And it's funny because you brought up smells. That was what Dr. Sidney Gottlieb, they would literally do that. They would burn a certain incense or associate some smell, and then you could get somebody to do something. It is so, and this is 1970s, by the way. This is 1970s tech when they were working on this, MK Ultra, all that stuff. So yeah, you could literally tell them to do whatever they wanted. So just go watch Manchurian Candidate. Watch the old one with Frank Sinatra and watch the one with Denzel.
and that will give you a good basis of what they can do. And I mean, like I said, what could they do in 2023?
Bro,
If that's what they can do in the 70s, man.
well, this is the thing that gets me. It's like when we talk about like and I'll do the self docs a little bit, but it's like when you're giving me crap in DMs about like being like a statist or whatever, just like or like a neocon or whatever, like a warhawk.
Yeah.
It's like bro, like if they have like, so what they're talking about right here, like look, all hypothetical. The technologies for broaching such questions are arguably already at hand. Examples of auditory sense augmentation, Norbert Weiner's so-called hearing glove, which simulated the finger of a deaf person with electromagnetic vibrations, an implanted color sensor for its first colorblind recipient, converts the color spectrum into sounds, included the ultraviolet and infrared signals, and cochlear implant that streams sounds wirelessly from Apple's mass market devices directly to the auditory nerve of its recipients. There's a famous scene in the film The Matrix in which Morpheus asks Neo whether he wants to take the blue pill or the red pill. One returns him unawares to his life of total physical and mental enslavement within the simulation program of The Matrix. The other gives him access to the real world with all of its brutal challenges, but after experiencing this, he can never go back to life within the Matrix. Advocates of transhumanism face a similar choice today. One option is to take advantage of the advances in nanotechnologies, genetic engineering, and other medical sciences to enhance biological and mental functioning of human beings. So if we're talking about nanotechnologies, genetic engineering, and other medical sciences, right? If this is on the list, 2018 World Economic Forum, right? If they have a nanocomputer, all right, Todd. If they have a nanocomputer, like, so if Neuralink is the thing they're talking about in the public, and things are 10, 20, 30 years more advanced behind the scenes than they are in the public eye, then the Neuralink that they have in real life, behind the scenes, the advanced R&D stuff, is probably involved with the nanotech. So there is probably, in the water system, in the water supply of the country, I mean, if we're gonna go full schizo here, guys, just big red flashing lights, warning sign. It's about to get schizo. It's about to get schizo. There's nanobots in the water. When you drink them, they control your brain. I mean, it's literally what does it do? I mean, it releases a damn a vitamin that makes your stomach upset. So then you're pissed off the whole day. I mean, like, it's literally as simple as that. And it's like, they've told us publicly, like, this whole mRNA vaccine stuff is all about, like, telling people that they have the technology to genetically modify you with medical technology. It's not like about conspiracy or political stuff. It's them seeding the information. They're letting you know what they can do to you. And, like, it's as simple as you drink a tap water, and now you have nanobots in your body that control your brain.
Listen, bro, but you got smart dust too. You don't even need to do it via water. You could literally,
it's just in the air. You just breathe it in.
Yeah, they could just breathe it right up your nostril. But bro, in February of 1956, look up Operation Big City. Bro, they developed cars that would emit bacteria to be sprayed, and then it would drive around New York City, and it looked like a regular car, but inside the exhaust and in the trunk, they were pumping bacteria out. Then they would send people onto the subways with little briefcases, but they weren't briefcases. They were actually pumps that were pumping out bacteria into the subway because they wanted to see what this would happen. They are definitely experimenting on us. It's funny you bring up the water, because the 2 times I've been sick this year, I've seen the water truck in my neighborhood. The 2 times that I've been sick this year, the water truck has been in my... Dude, the last time was 8:30 at night. I tell Justin, I'm like, bro, can you explain why the water truck
and then he's
is in
gaslighting
my neighborhood? Yeah, and then he proceeds to tell me how there's no problems. But the 2 times that and again, it wasn't even really sick, but it was like 24 hours, diarrhea, puking. And it's like, there's no need for that to be happening outside of being. And again, I didn't talk to my other neighbors because it sounds crazy. But how many times you wouldn't even notice? You would just chalk it up as a bout of diarrhea, a little stomach bug.
Yep.
So again, I know correlation doesn't equal causation, but I just every time I keep seeing this truck, I get sick. It's weird. I don't see the truck, I don't get sick. I can see the truck, I get sick. Weird, but yeah, Justin will gaslight me and tell me that I'm weird. But in 1956, they were literally driving a Ford Mercury around with the exhaust pipe was manufactured to pump out bacteria. Look it up, guys. Don't believe anything I say. I want you to look into it because again, question everything, man. Question everything.
My thing about it is just like you don't even need like an exceptional IQ or anything. Just read between the lines. People say silence says a lot, and like you don't just have to look at like what people are saying. Like look at like why they're saying the things they're saying. It's like first of all, Todd, can you think of a good reason at all why the World Economic Forum has an article about transhumanism at all?
Well, we're probably not going to get into that right now.
I mean, like, it doesn't have to. It's
it's
you don't have to go far.
It's nefarious. I'm just going to leave it at it's nefarious.
Yeah, but you get what I'm getting at here, where it's
to control people, control. The simple answer to me is to control people.
Well, at the very minimum, to control the information about the subject, because it's like this is an official source.
But then that's going into the digital ID realm. I'm telling you physical. I'm telling you actual control of the subject. I wish I would have done my homework a little better. It's about a 2-minute clip of this guy saying that again, we don't need the killer robots. We don't need Starlink. We can literally program a human to do this.
Well, yeah,
it goes back to MK Ultra.
No,
where
I get all of the implications for like mind control stuff. I'm just saying, like, in terms of like skepticism and critical thinking and stuff, like the fact that the World Economic Forum even has an article on their website about transhumanism, and that the opinion that they have is what it is, says a lot. So it's like they're not saying that this is foolish and that it's just science fiction and that this is garbage. It from start to finish, it ties in the concept of transhumanism to evolution, to science, to technology. Like it lends tons of credibility, not just because it's the World Economic Forum, international global experts in all their fields, right? But they have a positive attitude, and they talk about how it's like they connect it to all these legitimate subjects like science and artificial intelligence, bioengineering, nanotechnology. Like the subject itself sounds insane, and in normal conversation it would be insane to talk about using technology to live forever. That's actual schizo conversation. But the World Economic Forum is saying like, oh yeah, it's probably a possibility. They said right there at the bottom, all of this technology is already pretty much real.
Well, maybe if their slogan wasn't "You'll own nothing and love it." Well, the only way that you could own nothing and love it is if they hacked your brain, dude.
Yeah, they literally give you like the soma pill,
that's what I'm saying.
The dopamine button.
Right. Well, that's maybe in the Neuralink, right, where it pumps a little small. Maybe there's a little.
It wouldn't even have to be like a chemical thing. They could just it could just do a little localized
it could produce
shock
it for you. Right.
No, it just shocks that part of the brain.
Correct, to make you produce it yourself in your brain, right? Your brain produces serotonin and all dopamine and all adrenaline. Yeah. Your body produces everything you need, right? So again, you shock that little part of the brain.
Yep.
Go back to that thing I sent you. Like they want to map the whole brain. They want to know what every function is. I mean, you remember like a lobotomy, right? They used to just like stick a thing up your nose and just put something in the front of your brain and like hammer the front of your your frontal lobe or something.
Yeah.
And then you were just like a vegetable, right? I don't know, but yeah, bro. No,
you know what?
I'm not taking it. I don't want it. I want to own my stuff. I don't want to share my PlayStation with the whole neighborhood. Sorry.
Well, this is why they need the AI stuff to integrate with it as well, because it's not just like Thank God for the complexity of the human mind, and like just the fact that everything is so messy and dirty and people get knocked in the head and stuff and just get knocked out of place. Like, thank God for the fact that I got in a car accident and my brain isn't the same brain as it was 10 years ago. Because, like, literally, that is all it takes. You know, if they get like a scan of your brain, you know, your brain alters. It's not the same brain. And thank God that this is a limitation that they have, because they would inflict this technology on us if they could. If they could do it, they would.
They are, bro. So I would posit.
Well, that's why they need the nanotechnology. That's why they need the genetic modification, because not only do they need the functional technology of getting the device in the brain and using it on the brain, they need everybody's brain to react the same. That's the other part of it, is that, like, you know, humans are such complex creatures that we don't, like, it's like, think about it, like with drugs. Like, if two different people take the same drug, they react two different ways because their brains are different, because the way that their brain processes the information is different. Like, when people listen, two different people listen to the same song, they have a different reaction to it because their brain processes the information differently. And thank God for that, because
you're going to enjoy it or you're going to not enjoy it. So
but if you put the same technological implant in two different people's brains, they have a different reaction to the same stimulus. So they need the AI and they need the generational data, because that's the other part of the Google AI system, is that it's collecting generational data on us. So it's my data, your data, our kids' data, our kids' data, and then it will use that, all of that aggregate data across generations to make predictive measurements and stuff. And they need the AI in conjunction with the neurotechnology, because the AI is going to find a way to standardize everybody's brain. That's what I was talking about with the elimination of the individual. And everybody goes into the identity soup, and nobody exists anymore because nobody has willpower.
I have to tell you you're wrong, because they're going to put the external pressures on you. For example, right? Let's say after 2027, all refrigerators are smart refrigerators. Okay. And then so again, it can be controlled, it can be locked out, just like these smart thermostats and your smart houses. So then you have an unpopular opinion. Let's just take the subject of the Middle East, right? I'm not going to take a side on it, but they only leave you two sides to take, right? So if you don't have the popular opinion on that, they'll just lock your refrigerator for 48 hours, and then you and your kid ain't eating. And again, it's going to be in conjunction with this owning nothing, this social pressure with their what is it called, the environmental ESG, your ESG score. So if you don't have a personal ESG score, guess what, man? Hey, sorry, Scribe, you can't go live this week, bro. Maybe we'll take your YouTube for 2 weeks next time, and then you will get in line. So it's, I think I'm not trying to be just contradictory, but I'm telling you that there's more to it. But then when you take these external pressures, bro, again, explain to me how I own nothing and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got to be lobotomized, dude.
Well, look at the
lobotomized.
Well, look at the
lobotomized. So.
Well, look at the they're doing that. Look at the Zoomers, and because, like, look at what they've done. They've done the bait and switch. They've substituted that, because that's the other thing, is that, like, the Zoomers also just have, like, this aversion towards owning anything, because it also, like I said, it transfers responsibility. So it's like, you know, they're like, Zoomers are fine with having a job. They're fine with having, like, renting a place, because they don't want the responsibility of owning it. They don't want the responsibility of being the business owner, because, like you said, they've got to pay employees, or they got to pay taxes, or they have to put money aside for when customers try to screw you out of payment or whatever, you know. They would rather just not deal with all that and just go somewhere and collect a paycheck with taxes taken out and their return in the, you know, every year on the dot, same amount. You know, they would rather live that lifestyle. But the problem is that there are so many of them that there just aren't enough upper management and middle management people anymore. That there's too many employees, not enough managers. So it's like nobody. And then on top of that, the employees hate being employees. They hate being told what to do by someone in charge of them, which is insane.
We gotta. Well, but that's we
I
gotta
hate
get
it.
back to doing like
There's
more
gotta be hierarchy,
entrepreneur
bro.
stuff. Well, we're making in public schools. We just make little worker bees. We don't make any kind of like they don't teach us anything. You need to learn how to purify water.
They
You need to learn
suck.
how
The
to
worker
start a
bees
fire.
suck too.
Like yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. We're making little bad worker bees. But anyway, Manny, what's up, bro? Hey, I gotta go
Yeah.
run this dog out, homie. So I can come back too, probably, but I gotta go run him out.
All right, homie.
So, but I
right.
may not come back either, bro. 11 o'clock's my heart
Yeah,
out,
bro.
dude. I'm gonna send you a picture of the page. Bro, I can't believe AI wrote it. Manny, thanks for popping on and subscribe. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah,
I can't
absolutely,
wait.
bro.
Oh, no problem.
Can't wait for next week. Can't wait to see what we're talking about. And y'all have a good night. And I might pop back on, but I got to see what's going on. And probably won't. I don't know how much longer.
Yeah, no, we're gonna
I will
wrap
be
it up here.
listening. You got it, bro.
Hey, take out the golf cart, Todd. Take
Bro,
the golf cart out.
in the morning, dude. I have video. I gotta get a GoPro so I can get his face, bro. Telling you, man, when the bulldog pages are out, bro. Yeah, dude, he every morning, and that's where I do like all his face. Like you got to clean his rolls, bro. He's high maintenance. I got to brush his teeth every morning. Like literally, bro, clean his ears. Like it's very high maintenance. But yeah, man, he loved a golf cart, bro. I mean, I got to get him a skateboard too. I think I'm gonna get him skateboarding. That'll be the ultimate cheat code if I can get that. But yeah, I'll drop. I just made this description, bro. We were talking about it earlier. Yeah, when I'm definitely gonna have like they see me rolling, they hating with homeboy on the golf cart. So that's gonna be one of my first ones. I gotta make the video though too, and there just ain't enough time. So anyway, thanks for having me, bro. I'll see you next week. And yeah, man, stay up, fam. Peace.
Take it easy, Todd.
Yeah, bro. See ya. All right, Manny, you're gonna close it out with me, bro. So I was talking about transhumanism and how essentially like millionaires are using science and technology to run away from death and the reality of the hereafter. And this guy right here
So on some
blew
like
up.
Mr. House shit.
Yeah, no, seriously, literally that, where it's like people are trying to use science and technology to outlive their usefulness, extend their expiration date. And this guy right here is kind of like the popular
consciousness
example.
alive when the body dies. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this guy right here, Brian Johnson, is actually trying to keep the body alive too. So he's thinking that he can stay young forever, and that he thinks that there's kind of a subset of the transhumanist group that believes that like aging in and of itself is like the enemy of human longevity. Obviously, it sounds like it sounds like a 1-to-1 kind of thing, but they believe that aging can be stopped. They believe it can be slowed down and or stopped using science and technology and different some of them use like herbal medications and synthetic meds and stuff like that to try and get various effects. But this guy is kind of blowing up right now because he's gone fully overboard. And of course, he's had a little bit of success, because a lot of these like medicines and creams and like anti-aging stuff, they do work, but it's all like cosmetic. I mean, the guy is 40 something years old. He's 45 years old, right? But he looks a lot younger than that. But it's because he pigments his hair. He uses like facial creams. He avoids harsh light. So it's like the guy, the guy takes precautions, right, to avoid like the effects of aging visually. But that doesn't change the fact that he's 45 and has the organs, the body and the organs of a 45-year-old. But this guy,
Absolutely, yeah.
like he recently blew up in the media, bro, because he got blood transfusions from his 17-year-old son. But that's kind of just like a meme because he said that it didn't really do anything. But
Well, yeah, of course not. I mean, if we would have figured that shit out a long time ago,
Yeah.
with, like normal blood transfusions.
well, there's always that meme that pops up every so often where they'll do the young blood transfusion. Here's a picture of it. him getting the blood vials. The weird part about it was that he took some of his blood out and his son's blood out, and they like exchanged it. So he like put some of his blood in his son and some of his son's blood. But even here you can tell like his son is actually 17 years old and he is 45 years old. And I mean, even with the precautions that the guy's taken, he looks like a 45-year-old dude. Like the lack of sunlight doesn't matter because you can see his son is pale, but he's a different kind of pale. He looks unhealthy pale. He looks like weird. He genuinely does look like a vampire. He does. But it's like you can tell he looks unhealthy. Even the sun, regardless of how pale the sun is, he doesn't look unhealthy. He's got like a pinkish, like vibrant look to it. He looks like he's alive. He looks like he's got blood in his body. The dad looks like he doesn't have no blood in his body. It's freaking scary looking. He's got the blood on his hands. It's freaking weird. But he's like obsessed with looking and feeling like an 18-year-old. He keeps talking about it in his interviews. But for everybody else watching, this is D'Angelo Wallace. He did a great video about it. He talked about everything that this guy's doing. But he like brought up his daily routine. Ryan Johnson's daily regiment.
AG1 is so
which is actually insane. I think it's like right before this. But it's like, just think about like living this lifestyle. Here it is. This is his blueprint protocol or whatever. Okay. So he does like meal prep, supplements, and he tracks his progress. I think this is just like his results or whatever that he recorded. I'm not sure like how this is supposed to matter in terms of like, here it is. Daily routine, 4:30 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. Wake up. 5:30 a.m. to 9 o'clock a.m. Body measurements, pre-workout drink, smoothie, plus 60 supplements. Gym workout for an hour. Shower and skincare routine. First meal, which is something called super veggies. Treatments, which is his red light therapy and ultrasound machine. Second meal, nutty pudding plus 40 more supplements. So from 5:30 a.m. to 9 a.m., he has a pre-workout, a meal consisting of veggies, a smoothie, and then what's called a second meal called nutty pudding, and 100 supplements. All before 10 a.m.
His pee's really fucking yellow. All right,
Bro.
yeah, got it.
Bro, and then 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., which again, these are huge, weird blocks, right, of time, but 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., work, third and last meal of the day. He doesn't specify what it is, but I assume it's some more super veggies or nutty pudding. And then from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., it's relaxation, family time, and winding down routines, skincare and dental care, etc. Then 8:30 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. the next day is bedtime, and he does this every single day, 24/7, 365. His life is routined down to the minute, and I'm gonna explain a few things. Please go watch this video from D'Angelo Wallace, everybody that's checking out this video. But we're gonna go through this routine and look at some of these things. Think about like if you're trying to live forever and you're trying to use science and technology. This guy's got a team of doctors, right, on his payroll that he's got to like back up all of this stuff. Now, the problem with that is that some of their findings conflict with each other, so this guy just does whatever he wants to. He just gets all of these doctors' opinions and then just does whatever he wants on top of it. So he, like, gets all of their approval and then does his stuff. But every single day, he starts his day by measuring his body fat, taking his muscle mass, BMI. This isn't just hopping on the scale. This dude is doing full body measurements every day. I'm doing a workout routine. I've lost 66 pounds since I started working out. I've lost quite a bit of weight. I also do a diet. It is nowhere near as intense as this. It's nowhere near as insane and meticulous as this. The everyday.
This guy's doing like some crazy extra shit, like trying to like defy like fucking biology. So
Yes. That bro. So the just obsessively checking your body fat, muscle mass, and stuff like that. That's not like a health thing. That's a body image thing. That's a mental health issue with how you view yourself. That isn't like a health thing at all. You don't need to, even when you're trying to lose weight or gain weight for like health reasons, you don't have to check every day, multiple times a day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scribe is not, he is not diagnosing this gentleman. So for the record,
this is not medical.
Diagnosing this gentleman.
Yeah, none of this is medical. I'm not a medical professional. This is not advice. This is my opinion, and I'm giving a reaction. Appreciate it, Manny.
Just gotta put that out there.
Yeah, good looking out, Manny, because that's very serious. Yeah, none of what is said here tonight is considered a medical opinion. I am not a professional, but I think some of this stuff is common sense. So, next thing on that is that, you know, some of this stuff sounds pretty good, like the gym workout routine. You know, the meals themselves don't necessarily have to be bad. Like, yeah, pre-workout smoothie is fine. Nothing wrong with having a light breakfast. That's even if it's like all veggies, you know, perfectly fine. But then you see down here where it says treatments, and it says, i.e., red light therapy and ultrasound. This is not just one treatment, because it might look like it, but down here in the wind down routine also has another one of these red light therapies. He uses these light machines. He gets inside these big light machines. They're like tanning beds type things, but they're like upright, and they're like laser booths. And he gets inside of them and he lasers himself with light energy. And that's how he gets his like vitamin D or whatever. He stimulates his photoreceptors and resets his circadian rhythm. And it's like he doesn't go outside. He's afraid of like being in the sun because the sun causes cancer, skin cancer. So
and blasting your body with with fucking with different wavelengths. Yeah, that's gonna be completely. Yeah, I mean, I hope it is harmless, but yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Literally, that's it. That's literally, he's like, and imagine, like, in order to live forever, he's doing this every day. So in order to live forever, he's doing this to live forever, to do this forever. So it's like, bro, you're doing all of this for what?
Where's the fun? Where's the like meaning in life? Like, you want to live forever to fucking be a fucking robot?
It's right here. The fun in life is right here from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. every day. It's relaxation and family time, and brushing his teeth. That's where he gets his fun.
If I'm gonna live forever, if I was gonna live forever, then I'm gonna start building a fucking rocket ship so I could explore space. Like,
bro,
what the fuck? I'm not doing this bullshit.
Yes, and see that is the big part of it, bro. Is like that's what the whole thing about it is. Apart from living forever or dying young or whatever, is that like having meaning in your life. That is the biggest message for here. This is the white pill for tonight, because it's like the transhumanism thing, you know, the near-death experiences stuff, the Memento Mori. It's all about like grabbing as much meaning out of life as possible. You know, writing letters to people, like your friends and family, is a way to like leave an impact. And I've said it several times tonight, and I'm kind of on this tip, but it's like writing letters to people is a way to creating lasting impact that not only affects them personally, but like can affect other people apart from them. You know, creating art, whether it's music or digital artwork or drawing or painting, or it's movies or video games or plushies or clothing or whatever. You know, making an impact, doing something creative, doing something that puts more of you into the world is how you live past your prime. That's how you live past your expiration date. Not doing the pre-workout smoothie and the laser room therapy. You know, creating meaningful experiences is how you live longer.
It's his life. He can do whatever he wants. I mean, I'm not doing this shit. Like, I'm not eating nothing called nutty pudding. Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm good. I'm not eating that.
Exactly. I'm not doing the Blueprint daily routine every day of my life. I'm not. It's crazy to me. Sometimes I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna have donuts. I'm gonna do it. And I'm still gonna be healthy. I'm gonna stay up too late some nights. I'm not gonna get 8 hours of sleep every night. And guess what? I'm still gonna be healthy. Because I'm gonna have a meaningful existence in between all of that. I'm gonna have when I come home from work, regardless of how tired I am, I'm gonna have children that love me and a wife that is caring about me. You know, I'm gonna whenever I have some off time, I'm gonna be able to watch Sopranos with my wife. I'm gonna be able to play video games to wind down. You know, I'm gonna be able to read a book or engage in social activity. Jump in a Discord and talk to some new people or something like that. Because I'm not afraid of the blue light affecting my circadian rhythm. You know, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to have fresh air and I'm going to touch grass because I'm not afraid of the sun giving me skin cancer.
Dude, you need to buy a fucking red light machine, alright?
Yeah, I need to get a bubble, homie. I need to live in the bubble. It'll keep me safe. I'll live forever. I'll never die if I just have my red light machine in my bubble. If I eat my nutting pudding in my red light machine.
Lord.
I will never die. And that's the sad thing. It really is sad because it's like, that's what he's scared of. That's what all of this is for, is he wants to live forever. And like, how crappy is that? That it's like, all that's for nothing. Like, the nutty pudding is for nothing, bro. The 100 supplements every night or every morning before 9 a.m. is for no reason at all.
Like, man, don't get me wrong. Like, I think like there's definitely a lot of aspects of transhumanism that I think is cool. Like, but I'm more so along like, you know, like advancements into like prosthetic limbs and like, or maybe if we could get to the, I don't think maybe we could one day, but like maybe some like Captain America super soldier serum type shit. Like if we can get to that, like nothing that like permanently stops you aging, but at least makes your process of getting older like a lot more bearable and a lot less like, you know, difficult. Like if we can get to stuff like that, I think that'd be cool.
I mean, I agree. But my thing about it is, bro, is that devoid of any meaning separate from that, it's all for nothing. Like even if we are able to live a lot longer for thousands, even if it's not forever, if it's like just thousands of years, if we're not able to extract some sort of purpose from life, then all of it's for nothing. And whenever the struggle to survive has been dealt with, when you're not fighting predators or disease or aging, when we get to that point, if we ever do get to that point as a species, we have to be able to have meaning in art, in culture, in religion. And, you know, these things give transcendental meaning beyond, you know, the day-to-day struggle. And we can have that even in entertainment. It doesn't have to be a bad thing, you know, that what we do with our free time is watch movies and play video games. That can be just as beneficial to the human experience as you know, artwork or sports. You know, it just we have to have that kind of paradigm. We have to think about it and put that kind of energy and creativity into it.
I hear what you're saying.
So, you know, that'll kind of wrap it up for tonight, bro. I really do appreciate you coming on, man. I just want, you know, more than anything, you know, I hope that tonight, it inspired some people to draw some sort of meaning out of life, and the best way that you can do that is by creating it for yourself. Don't just sit around and wait for it to fall out of the sky. We are not the main character of the show, and there is no quest giver. There is no cosmic quest giver, but there is an inherent value to every person, and we all do have a meaning that we can draw from within ourselves. If we look hard enough, and if we examine carefully, our abilities and our strengths and our weaknesses, we can find where we fit in to the greater world around us, and I really do appreciate you stepping by tonight, bro, and giving your input, because that's what this is all about. The Hard Light Network is about finding new people and making sure that you guys' perspective lives on past it. And the thing is, bro, just by participating tonight, your thoughts and your ideas and your opinions and hopes and dreams are going to live on as long as this video does. Even if it outlasts you, that's a piece of you that goes on after you're gone. And you've participated in that tonight.
But oh yeah, it's definitely no problem. I wasn't really busy, so I was like, well, fuck it, I'll hop on.
Nice, bro. Well, I appreciate you, my man, and that's gonna be it. I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. So, I appreciate you guys, everybody that stopped by. Manny, you good? It's always a good time, bro. Lord Mast, good to see you in the chat, homie. And we're right back at it on schedule with new content coming out. Oh yeah, bro.
Right, before you jump, we end this. I was curious. Are you still gonna be making beats?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, absolutely. There wasn't one last Monday. I don't know why. I guess my scheduling just got jacked up. But next Monday, it's right back to normal schedule. So next Monday is a new song coming out, and then this Friday, we got another video coming out this Friday as well. So you guys stay tuned for that. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that stuff.
Nice. Okay.
All right, my man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, and I'm going to go ahead and put on the outro. I appreciate you, homie, and you guys have a good night. And until next time, love you guys. Safe travels.
Take it easy, Scribe.
Past lives could never hold me down. Lost love is sweeter when it's finally found. I got the strangest feeling. This isn't our first time around. Past lives could never come between us. Sometimes the dreamers finally wake up. Don't wake me, I'm not dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm not dreaming.